coming up this morning after Greeny on LA's mega sports station, 710 ESPN.
Every second counts in a poison emergency. That's why Poison Help is standing by 24/7 to provide free assistance in over 100 languages. Save Poison Help as a contact in your phone today. Poison Help. 1-800-222-1222.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Here we go, Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side?
I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Go.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah, okay. You have made a drastic error, my friend.
What did I do?
Coffee in here.
Oh, isn't it great? Yes.
Well, yeah, so far. I may be asleep underneath the desk by
good.
11 o'clock.
Come on, we're in Amsterdam. You're good. You got to hang in there.
I cannot tell you.
Yeah.
This ringing in my ears is not supposed to be there.
We got 3 more hours. We got to make the train. We got to get back to America. Hang in there, Travis. I am not dragging you.
I'm going to make it. That
There
stuff
you go.
is no joke.
It's good stuff. I don't even know. It's
you
all
just
I know.
Started?
It has skull and crossbones. I don't even know the name of it. Do you know the name?
No.
Death Wish.
Purple.
Death Wish?
Yeah.
Death Wish
Death
coffee.
Wish.
Yeah,
It's
it was
pretty
there.
strong.
Yeah,
I already gave up. I had two cups, and I'm onto the water for the rest.
You're
of
on the water already,
dude. Two cups was more than enough.
Keep the hallway clear. He's going to be going back and forth very soon.
I didn't even think of that.
See, there you go.
Oh.
Of course, yes.
First it's the Raisinets, and now it's this.
You're going to be them cars on the side of the road on I-5 going south. Just
well, no. Here's the thing. On I-5 going south, or I go home.
Yeah.
You name a street, and I know exactly where to go.
Oh, you know.
there's not one.
Oh,
off
did I say
ramp.
so? I meant north, going past the Grapevine. When you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh no, that's a whole other thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's just desert.
You missed it. Yes.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I'm in a good mood. It's Friday. I got strong coffee.
I think I've solved it.
Tomorrow is February 1st. It's a pretty good
look
day
at you.
for me.
I think I've solved it.
Solved what?
I think the Rams are going to be a defensive football team next year.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
I think the Rams, this is the one personality, complexion, style of play that we haven't seen since the Rams have come back. I think Jeff Fisher tried. That was more rough and tumble, tough ball.
Okay.
But I think this might be...
the offense was so bad on those teams that you could have had the steel curtain and they weren't going to win anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeff had a weird philosophy. He thinks you can lose it faster on offense than you can win it. And that is an old school 80s mentality. That's old Steeler or Oiler ball.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, he was part of that 85 Bears too, right? Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean, I think you have a better chance of going all in and supplementing a pretty good defense and making it great than retooling an offense and trying to get that going with a 36, 37-year-old quarterback.
He's a part of this retool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got to have him back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, because I'm with you on all of that as long as it presupposes that Matthew Stafford is the quarterback going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not saying for 10 years. I'm saying for a year, maybe 2.
Think about what Denver did with Manning towards the end.
Yeah.
Just think about that. It's less about your arm and more about your brain. And who's got more football knowledge than Matthew Stafford outside of Aaron Rodgers?
Not many.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So supplement that defense, make it a lockdown. It kind of makes you offense-proof, so to speak, and you're that much closer. You've got 2 basic Rookie of the Year guys, Fisk and Verse.
Mm-hmm.
One is Rookie of the Year. The other one could have been coming back in year 2. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I had not thought of it in quite those terms. I love that.
Why not?
I love...
You think L.A. could... Well, L.A. loved SC's defense, right? SC was kicking butt on defense.
I don't. Quite frankly,
Yeah.
with all due respect, and I put myself in this group of people, I don't care what the fans think. You know what fans like? Winning. You know what they like is going deep into the playoffs. But what you said,
because let me push back.
Yeah.
Because when those games, those games that were tight, that I say I love, you guys say were ugly. I'm like, I love those ugly defensive games.
If you're leading to a playoff run.
We're all in. Okay, go ahead.
If you're winning 12-9 and you finish 7-10,
it's boring. I get you.
F that. Yeah.
Okay.
Now if you win 21-16, and you go 11-6, let's go.
Or 15-1, winning every game by 6 points or less.
That's the Chiefs.
Right.
That's the Chiefs.
Right.
No, hold on.
Yeah.
Don't go past it because you said something that I think is awesome. That Denver team, the most recent Denver team to win the Super Bowl, the one with Peyton Manning as their quarterback.
Yeah.
That team on offense was super mediocre.
It was okay.
It was okay,
Yeah.
right? It was
very efficient.
And Peyton Manning, I don't think could throw the ball from me to Jorge.
No.
His arm was not what it was when he was in Indianapolis.
No doubt.
He was not able to push the ball down the field in any meaningful way.
That air rifle had lost some PSI.
Yeah,
it sure did.
One pump
Yeah.
instead of the 10 that
Oh,
you do
yeah.
it before you shoot your brother with it.
No
Not that I ever did that.
Yeah. Stafford's arm is better.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
At this
But
point in his career.
Manning won the Super Bowl. The Broncos won the Super Bowl that year by being good enough on offense, having a quarterback that's super smart, super experienced, and will not trick it off.
Right.
And a defense that was tremendously
A
talented.
suffocating defense.
Why,
I love that.
Why can't they do that? Because to your point,
Yeah.
This version of Matthew Stafford is better than that version of Peyton Manning.
Right. And I think it's easier to build on that side versus you can always try. You want to get more explosive. You want to get more speed on offense. No one's saying that. But if you have a chance to get more pass rushers, get more linebackers, get more corners, get more safeties to supplement what you already have, great.
Or those
love
guys,
it.
Those guys are cheaper too, typically speaking.
Absolutely.
Typically, you're going to be able to get more bang for your buck.
You don't have
on
to
that
pay anyone on
side.
defense just
well,
yet. Yeah.
Not yet, because you're going to have to pay him all of it.
Exactly. If you're gonna command that much money, then I'm gonna have to go light someplace else, which means I might load up on places where I can spend money and not have to worry about it for another 2 or 3 years, and that's on the defensive side of the football.
This makes me think that you think they're going to have to dig deep into their pockets to pay him.
Probably. Look, he's got leverage. This is what players want. Outside of the team perspective, just the players. The PA side of me is coming out. This is exactly what you want. That you've got leverage on the team. They really want you. They really love you, and they need it done fast. They want it. He said
It's a good position to be in.
Absolutely great
Yeah.
position. It strengthens your position.
Right.
Now, when you start asking for too much, let's go sit in the film room with McVay and talk about every single throw. I bet that price comes down some. So there is a happy medium, but let's just be fair and normal about
maybe
it.
not medium, maybe a happy high middle.
Right.
Medium implies we're meeting in the middle.
Yeah.
We're just not going to be at the top of the mountain.
Right.
We're going to be at the second stop.
Not
before we
every
get
throw
to
was
the
Hall
apex.
of Fame worthy last year, Matthew.
No, but
we know
look,
this.
Look, that is maybe I didn't throw all of the balls perfectly.
Yeah.
But I threw enough of them the way that they need to be thrown, and there isn't anybody that can come close to throwing as
Heck
many
no.
of them as I did.
And you got nobody else like me.
Well,
back to leverage again.
Look,
yeah,
that is, I think, the biggest tool in his toolbox is, look, you don't have to pay me. You can go cheaper, but you're going to get a lot worse at the most important position on the field.
Okay.
And not just take a step back. You're going to get a lot worse.
And here's the other part. Now, this is just fun. This is the silly season. We're in the middle of the Super Bowl's coming, so no one knows anything. We're just having fun. I would not mind, or I would love to see at some point what Sean McVay could do with a more mobile guy.
Yeah. And by the way, I think
some
that's
point.
coming. It's just not coming next.
It might, depending on how this goes. That's what I'm saying. You never know, depending on how this goes, because it could go either way, especially when guys start getting cut and teams start to look different. Maybe there might be suitors for your quarterback. You never know. And a trade possibility could come up. That's what Les Snead said. Somebody would have to call for that.
I'm not going to say never, because
Yeah.
that's stupid. Stuff happens occasionally. But I would like to think, and maybe this is me being a little naive and me being a fan and never having been a professional athlete and not quite having a full grasp of the amount of money that we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I forget the number, Emily, you can refresh my memory. Matthew Stafford's made $300-some-odd million. A
lot of money.
Okay, he's made a lot of money.
I would bet he spent a lot too.
I'm sure he has, but
Right, yeah.
$300 million is a lot of money, and I'm at the end or near the end of my career, and I can go squeeze the very last dime out of somebody over here and go to a team that maybe isn't as good, and maybe it's not the best place to live, and maybe I'm not playing with the best coach, and maybe I'm not doing this, and this, but I get a little more money. or I can stay here and get a lot of money and play with the right coach, be in the right spot, be in a division that I understand. Like all of the boxes that you're checking are in LA. Maybe the maximize your very last dime box isn't, but it's close enough.
Right.
I
364 million.
So nearly $400 million.
Yeah.
To go get that extra, whatever it may be, that seems to be, and I don't know Matthew Stafford at all. I've only watched him play football and heard interviews. That would be a really odd choice in my mind.
Okay, quarterback, fantastic athlete, has been the homecoming king, first round everything his entire life.
Yeah.
That's that guy.
Yeah, I get it.
Respect him. And he's been rich from day one.
Yep.
Since he walked in. He got paid as a rookie, so this is not new. I would bet he's not driven by money at this point. And you've met people, especially in the OC, that come from money and they're doing well. Money's not a motivating factor in their life, right? So it's a little bit different. I would put him there. But I would ask you guys this. If I said 5 years, if Matthew Stafford retired right now, does he go into the Hall of Fame first ballot? Right now?
No.
Second year, third year?
I don't know. The first ballots.
Does he get in at all?
I think he's one of those guys that gets in eventually.
I think, Emily, Matthew Stafford
I think
Hall
he
of Fame.
gets in.
Like first ballot, wait a while.
No, first ballot is for Peyton Manning. You know, and he's not that player. But if we're talking like if first ballot is the differentiator between like the inner circle of Hall of Famers, he's not that. He's in, but he's not Joe Montana. He's not John Elway. He's not Peyton Manning. He's not Tom Brady. He's not one of those guys, but he's one of the very, very best guys.
I think it's 2 Super Bowls and stats.
I am not in the inner circle of Matthew Stafford, but I have been around him and talked to him about this very same subject. That, to me, is what drives him. That, to me, is...
Okay, so his best chance to become one of those guys is to stay here.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Good.
So
that's good news.
Let's hope that factors in as well. I think that is what's on his mind more than anything else.
Yeah,
it's winning another Super Bowl.
That's the best
because
news
if he
I've
wins,
heard.
if he wins two, same people, Emily and Travis. If he wins 2 Super Bowls, does that change your opinion on where you would put him?
Yes.
No, not me.
It doesn't?
No.
It changes mine.
Okay.
No, it doesn't change mine. But I understand why Emily changed her vote.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't change mine.
If you get 2, that puts you in rarefied air.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying that if you're asking me, the inner circle is different than just, okay,
I think I'd
this
live on
metric gets 2.
Yeah, I think I would live on that if I was Matthew Stafford. I think if he gets 2, gets close, has another, season from heaven. Is that a right phrase?
Sure.
Season from heaven?
Sure.
A great
season.
year. A dream season. Thank you very much.
That's what I'm here for, DeMarco.
And say he gets past Philadelphia. Same situation. You win in Philadelphia, get to the NFC Championship game. I think that changes some opinions on his Hall of Fame candidacy.
Great.
Let me tell you guys who has 2 Super Bowls. 2 Super Bowls. Tom Brady, Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, Troy Aikman, Patrick Mahomes, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, John Elway, Jim Plunkett, Bob Grease, Roger Staubach, and Bart Starr.
All are in or going.
The only 3 guys that are not, that have won 2 or more, one has been eligible for a very long time and has never gotten in, Plunkett.
Yeah.
Eli Manning has not gotten in. He will. And then Roethlisberger has not gotten in yet because he's not eligible yet.
Yeah.
And he will too.
Yeah, and Mahomes. He will.
No.
Yeah.
He's going in.
Yeah.
I'm saying Matthew Stafford's going in.
But that's 2. That's 2, right?
I think he's going in regardless.
Right. But with that, to get on that list, if you have to present like that.
And Eli's a finalist this year.
Well, just seeing what Torrey Holt and Isaac and all those guys, when you have to present to people and they have to vote on you, when you say that list and he's on that list, it's okay. There's no argument there.
That is an individual thing, which is good for him, and I understand why he cares about it. I care about it less.
More than money. That's what I'm saying. It's about legacy.
Good. That's the part that I care about. If he's motivated by that, that's actually good news for the team. That's actually good news for Rams fans. That if he's motivated by checking that additional box, that ability to get back to another Super Bowl, the path to it is more likely here than it is somewhere else.
And I can hear Chris somewhere, Matthew Stafford. Okay, look, guys that are motivated by money, in my opinion, don't play through broken ribs. Guys that care about legacy do. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I heard Chris. With the Matthew Stafford, I just heard it.
These are incongruous, though. This idea that he's going to hold them up, and he's
got leverage. You have to, and look, as a player in the PA, you have to exercise that leverage.
I understand.
You cannot take a backward step.
This is
what we fought for.
One of my old bosses, Craig Kitchen, who I absolutely love. His line was, "We can negotiate and we can pull the varnish off the table and get everything we want, or we can walk out of here and have a good deal."
Right.
And it's something that works for everybody.
True.
And if he's going in looking for the varnish off the table, then that's no good. We can get something done.
You just don't want to be the guy that messes up the line. You took that deal, you moron.
Right? No. And that
Are
makes
you out
perfect
of your
sense
mind?
to me. That
Right.
makes, you just realize you set back everybody for another 5 years. Like,
What
don't
are you
do that.
doing? Right.
Don't do that. But if you just hold the line as
Right.
opposed to push the line further
True.
down, that's different.
Don't get greedy.
That's
Right.
different. All right. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Hey, see this check? Send it to that guy over there, the moron.
That's good news. That is good news. I got bad news for everybody that isn't a Dodger fan. If you're dumb enough not to be a Dodger fan, then I might change your mind. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
For ESPN LA contest rules, go to ESPNLA.com and click the contest button.
I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Hey guys, it's Mina Kimes, host of the Mina Kimes Show featuring Lenny, here to tell you about a live podcast taping I am doing in Los Angeles Monday, February 3rd, right before the Super Bowl. I am joined by Greg Rosenthal, Jordan Rodriguez, Chris Ryan, Andy Greenwald, and the Rams' own Kobe Turner. 100% of your ticket proceeds go to wildfire relief here in Los Angeles. Check it out, minapodlive.com.
Laker fans, Saturday night, join me at Cosm, LA, right next to SoFi Stadium. It's a Lakers-Knicks watch party. Come hang out. They're going to have an NBA trophy you can take pictures with, food, drink specials. It's an amazing experience. Get your tickets right here.
From Sunrise to Tampa, the Kings have traveled across the state of Florida to battle the Tampa Bay Lightning. Drew Doughty made his season debut last night for LA and didn't miss a beat.
Felt amazing, honestly. But early on, that's the most nervous I've been playing in a hockey game. My first shift, probably since, honestly, my first NHL game. Just, like, no matter how much you practice and get that work in, nothing's like the speed of a real game. You know, there's stuff moving all over the place, and you got to make plays quick. So I got better as the game went on. Personally, felt better and more comfortable, and honestly, by the third, I felt completely like myself.
It's the Kings and the Lightning, tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific on the all-new ESPN LA app.
w.com/HPAMD. It's playoff time, and you can take full advantage by winning some cash playing daily fantasy football on Sleeper Picks. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. And now, Sleeper has a special offer. New users just have to play $5 to get $55 in free entries. Download the Sleeper app today and use code SCORE and get $55 in free entries when you play $5. That's code SCORE. Must be at least 18 years old. Promo code, location, and other restrictions apply. Minimum deposit $25. See terms of use for details. Please play responsibly. Call 1-800-426-2537 for help.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Playoff basketball, man. Court Queens, baby.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the
Opening
second round.
Second round.
We won our playoff game last week. It was the team we feared the most.
Oh, you took them
and
down.
we annihilated them.
Have you been crushing tape on the next team?
No, we're just working on us. They got to play us, too. Yeah.
Oh, you have the John Wooden philosophy.
Yeah, they got to play us. Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorites. I'm not going to worry about what they're going to do. They should worry about what I'm going to do.
And they should. They should. Yeah. Not only did we beat you, we beat you up.
What is your role as the assistant coach?
I am the effort guy.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah. Are you super positive?
Of course, man.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to keep these girls engaged and locked in, and they're having fun.
Okay.
Man, it's so much fun. You know this when you see improvement.
Yeah.
When you see that look in their eyes, when they get it. Whoa, I can do that? Yeah, you can do that. Put that thing up there. Shoot it.
Do you ever do I need a little more out of you?
Sorta, yeah. Like I need you to get a shot. Like I tell the I don't want to say the worst shooter on the team, but
the A player,
right? But there's one that just won't shoot. She's afraid to shoot, and I keep telling her, "We need you. We need you. When you score, we're gonna win. We're gonna win." So like she's getting closer. Huh?
Lock in, come on.
I was going to say, what would you tell the girl like me when I played youth basketball where I fouled out almost immediately because I would always either bear hug the girl to get the ball out or foul her. I was the enforcer and I would get out pretty quickly.
You were the Bill Lambier of Virginia girls basketball.
Yeah.
How did your coach let you foul out? Like I got to take you out, you know?
Yeah, they just didn't care.
Third or fourth foul, come here.
Emily's out of there.
Third or fourth foul, come here. Let's talk about this.
Were you dirty or were you just physical?
I was physical. Okay. I took things personally.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I like the when you take it personally, that's good. That's competition.
One time when I played water polo, did slap a girl in the face because we got in a fight. Well, we got in a fight in the water. And then, had to be separated. That's fine.
we're not going to be fighting out there. No.
I don't know. Maybe you have to have
maybe not yet.
Wow.
Maybe not yet.
Yeah.
So, do you like your chances this weekend?
Yeah, I think we're going to play. We're going to play good.
All right.
We're going to be okay. We had a good practice last night.
Well, that's
good. Really good. They're all getting better. So we already won. Either way, we already won. It's fun. Yeah. What about you? I forgot.
Not
Tomorrow.
A pedicure.
Oh, look at you. Come on, Trav. Really?
Yeah.
This can't be a big deal for you.
I got a tea time.
What time?
1:30.
1:30. Okay, so what time are you going to start?
Before 1:30.
Before 1:30. That's so
Told
awesome.
you, I'm going to start in the morning.
With what? What's the
first
first thing you do?
The old line is you can't be drunk all day if you don't drink in the morning, right?
You're dang right. Yeah.
I think it's probably michelada time.
In the morning?
Yeah.
First thing in the morning.
I mean, it's not going to I'm going to brush my teeth and walk downstairs and have one. It's not quite like that.
That would be awesome, though.
But
okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't, get up, have a little coffee, have a little breakfast, and Susan and I will probably go, maybe have because I have a tea time at 1:30.
Yeah.
I need to get some lunch in probably around 11 or so, 11:30. So maybe we'll go grab something. And that's when we.
Where are you teeing off?
The place by my house.
The place by your house. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It'll be good.
When's the last time you played?
So last 2 weekends ago.
Don't suck. I can't wait. I mean, this is funny. So you played how many rounds of golf in January without drinking?
Oh, one.
One round of golf.
Yeah.
How'd you do?
I didn't enjoy myself all that much.
Okay, tell me how this one goes.
It was fine. No, I had a good time. Look, I'll be honest, and I think your brother's the golfer, so I think he takes it pretty seriously, so he may not. I have gone from somebody who didn't take it seriously to somebody who took it relatively seriously and wanted to score well and all of that stuff, and when I would play poorly, it would bother me, et cetera, to I have gone back to I am there for the fun.
Good for you.
I want to play well. It's
That's
more
right.
fun when
You
you play
told me
well.
that. Just go have fun.
I'm there to play fast, play fun, and enjoy the company of my friends and have a few.
Good.
That's the goal.
I can't wait
and
to see what your score is going to be.
I will succeed this weekend.
You will.
My
Take your score for me, though.
My score will be exactly what it always is. It doesn't. That my level of celebrating is not affected by my level of
whatever
alcohol.
Yeah, John Daly. If they let me drink, I'd win every tournament. I thought that was a fantastic quote.
If there were a league, okay, hold on.
See,
if there were a league where you had to maintain a certain BAC, I'd be very good.
Oh, okay. You and John Daly, I
like it. You take a breathalyzer before each.
You have
that sounds like
every hole you have to check in. And now look, there's a tipping point where it goes bad, right?
If you're too hammered.
Oh yeah,
this is good
for sure. But there's
you have to maintain the level.
For me, 0 to let's just use a round number.
Yeah,
like 0.1, 0 to 0.1. My game is better at 0.1 than it is at 0.
Okay, all right.
And from 0.1 to let's say 0.1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good. Okay.
And then at that point,
0.3 is like a low hum, right?
It's slightly better than a low hum.
Slightly better than a low hum. Okay.
And that's the sweet spot for me. Beyond that, it falls apart.
Okay, so you got to maintain that
right
there.
Sit right in there.
We're gonna do your breath at every hole or every shot.
Every hole.
Every hole.
Because the hole only takes 10, 15 minutes. So
are we doing all 18?
Yeah.
Okay, this is better than the TGL.
Yeah.
This is a better show than the TGL right there.
If we're trying to holes, if you have to crack your first one on the first tee.
Okay, there you go. That's how we start.
Holes 5 through 13 are going to be really good for me.
Okay.
Like, really good. Holes 14 through the end, maybe, but not so
You got to maintain the course, and you got to maintain you at the same time, because you can't go over. If you're too over, you're out.
Well, you're not out, but I just, my play would disintegrate.
Oh, okay. I thought if you go over the BAC, you're out.
You can go as far down the road
as you want. Oh, this is good. This is even better.
A point, like, once you get to, closing in on the twos.
Yes.
I can't even get the ball in the air.
Pass out golf right after the power slap.
Yeah, and then I go eat a hamburger the size of a manhole cover.
See, and we'll have you cook it. I like
good
it.
Onion rings at this
good
point.
Good for you. I'm so excited for you for Saturday. I don't know why, but I am. Good for you.
It's gonna be fun, but it'll be.
Of course it is.
I'm exaggerating.
I'm glad you're gonna have fun.
10%, just 10%.
10% what?
I'm exaggerating by 10%.
You're gonna have fun.
Oh
Good.
no, I'm gonna have a really good time. There will be a cooler full of beer on my cart by the time we drive away from the first tee.
Anybody else having fun?
The cooler's ready to go, by the way. He leaves it in ice overnight and stuff.
I know what to do. It's one of my...
You leave it in ice overnight?
Well, for that, probably not. But put it this way. When we have a party at my house, which we're overdue for...
This is a ritual. I love this.
Oh, you haven't been around me when I get ready to host
a ritual.
party.
Okay, you go ahead. This is good.
That stuff is on ice either the night before or very first. Like if we're having a party at my house at say 4:00, okay, that beer is on ice by 8 a.m.
Oh my God, the party's not for like another 8 hours.
And that can is going to be so damn cold, DeMarco, you're barely able to hold it in your hand.
So if I hand you a warm beer, how mad? How mad are you?
Why?
If I hand you a
I would literally take that personally. Like, why would you do so? Why would you do that to me?
I don't ice my beers for 10 hours. I just bought it.
There's only one person at this station that understands. Well, two. I'll get two people that understand this. You're looking at one of them right there.
Yeah.
And Beto.
If I hand you a warm beer?
Beto has a cooler / ice the beer thing down the way that I do.
All day.
All day.
All day.
Because you want the ice to melt a little bit and then repack it again.
You do this too? All day?
Yep, there's a video of this from the morning show when I did it and he had a pop. Oh, dude, yes.
So if I hand you a warm beer, you are what?
Where do you keep your beer?
I just bought it.
In the garage.
I'm on the way home.
Okay,
I didn't have time to ice the beer for 12 hours.
Where did you buy the beer?
At the grocery store.
But where in the grocery store was the beer?
In the cooler part.
It's in the refrigerator.
In the cooler part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that beer is cool. It's not cold.
Okay, by the time I get it home, it might be a little...
It is dropped from cool to slightly above warm.
If I give you that...
No.
Not at all?
No, that's bad hosting. It's bad hosting by you. So
it's a hosting foul.
Yes, you need to get that beer home and at worst,
oh my God,
absolute worst, put it in your own refrigerator.
Because
that will get it close to cold.
Close to cold.
But if you're hosting a party, that needs to be in a cooler packed
you
with
need it
ice.
Arctic cold, like it's polar. That's
the can should hurt your hand a little bit.
It should hurt your hand
just a little bit. We got to kind of go back.
Think of it this way: you go to Starbucks and you want hot coffee, but they give you lukewarm coffee. How would you feel?
I would hate it.
Exactly.
I'm expecting hot coffee, especially with. But I mean, if I'm handing you a beer, the whole point is not the beer; it's the fellowship, right?
But let's do both.
Let's
do both. Do you know what I ordered last? I did something last night I've never done in my entire life.
What'd you do?
I did an impulse buy off of Instagram.
No way!
Okay, so
wow.
I'm flipping through, and they hit me with one of those ads. I'm like, I'm buying that. Susan's like, yeah, no. I'm like, no, I'm buying it. And she's like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, it's bought. She goes, did you really order that? I did.
What'd you order?
An ice machine.
No way.
No way.
I did.
Oh, nice.
I did. It's not a machine.
Like
it's
a
kind of
standalone ice machine?
It's a thing to make crystal clear square ice cubes. Not the ones that are. I have the silicone modes you put in your own.
Yeah.
You know, I have an ice fetish.
Yeah.
This is a thing that is a special tray that goes inside a special box that goes inside your refrigerator.
That makes ice cubes.
Crystal clear.
Crystal
you
clear
know when you
ice
go to a
cubes.
bar and you get that perfectly clear cube?
Yeah.
I love that, and I want to have those at home, and I bought it last night.
To be honest, I never appreciated clear ice cubes until you told me.
Now you do.
Now I'm looking for clear ice cubes.
Yeah. A good bar will have clear ice.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I bought it literally last night.
Unbelievable.
And I looked at it, and it wasn't crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And it was like, yeah, I'm going to buy that.
If I hand you a drink with cloudy ice cubes, are you going to be mad too?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to hand you warm beer and cloudy ice cubes forever.
Cloudy ice I can move past.
Right.
I prefer clear. But if cloudy ice we can move past.
Right.
If you gave me a warm beer, I would find a reason. I'd probably finish it, and then I would ask
leave.
you for. No, I would say, you got any wine or liquor or something that
Oh,
doesn't
really?
have to be cold?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
We're going to have a party.
I was
and
busy.
We're going to get Flavio, and we're going to get.
hours.
We're going to. Oh, at least
10
the night
hours?
before when we do the Rose Bowl, pack the night before.
You're kidding me.
No.
Wow, you people go all out. I love it.
I will show you my rack of coolers in the side of the house.
Yeah, no, I got a bunch of coolers.
Yeah.
I just never thought to do the stuff the night before, but from now on,
Welcome.
Heck yeah.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Dodger fans, get excited, and it's not what you think. That's coming up next. It's Travis
It's not
DeMarco.
warm beer.
So it's Dodger fans would never, ever stoop to such levels. Never. It's not going to happen. All right. At Next Gen, they are obviously much more than just a service provider. They are a neighbor here in our Southern California community. So you're going to want to make sure that you help them help others by donating essential items to support LA fire relief efforts. So today is the final opportunity for you to donate water, canned goods, non-perishable food, clothing to all the families that need your help right now after the fires over the last month or so. So you can drop off all of those items. And again, we're talking about bottled water, canned goods, non-perishable food, and clothes right now through the end of the day, January 31st, at their Anaheim location for Next Gen. That's 5472 East La Palma Avenue, the Next Gen location in Anaheim. Let me give you that address, 5472 East La Palma Avenue in Anaheim. Thanks to Next Gen for being an incredibly important part of our community. 8333 Next Gen. That's 8333 NEXGEN. Drop off your items at the Anaheim location for Next Gen.
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA in your App Store or Google Play.
Download, tap, and bam!
You got 710.
The Kings have traveled across the state of Florida to battle the Tampa Bay Lightning. Drew Doughty made his season debut last night for LA and didn't miss a beat.
Felt amazing, honestly. But early on, that's the most nervous I've been playing in a hockey game. My first shift, probably since honestly my first NHL game. Just, like, no matter how much you practice and get that work in, nothing's like the speed of a real game. You know, there's stuff moving all over the place, and you got to make plays quick. So I got better as the game went on. Personally, felt better and more comfortable, and honestly, by the third, I felt completely like myself.
It's the Kings and the Lightning, tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Mornings 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco show continues right now.
I wish I could coach like it was 1975.
Yeah. You want the Frank Kush?
I wish I could coach like it was 1970. Just one time, so you can see what it was like. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Ice, baby. I see you working. Thank you.
Yeah, man.
I continue. Are you bored by my ice conversation?
No, not at all.
Okay, good.
I was thinking about this song this morning. This
It's
is
not a bad
so
song.
weird.
Yeah.
Do you know where this came from?
It's a David Bowie, like the beat is a Bowie song, or
Yeah,
Queen.
but Ice Baby. Anybody?
I mean, other than the obvious? Vanilla Ice?
No, it's actually from Fraternity.
Oh.
Alpha Phi Alpha.
Oh.
That's their thing when they do step dances.
Oh, okay.
Stomp shows. I was just thinking about that. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I had
Weird.
two teammates that were Alpha Phi Alphas.
Yeah. Men of distinction, right?
I believe that's right.
There you go.
Were you in a fraternity, DeMarco?
Long story.
Okay.
It's embarrassing. Hit me right with a paddle just above the hamstring. Yeah, right before we had a scrimmage, and he was on the football team. He was a walk-on the football team. I told you, we like the way we used to roughhouse with the walk-ons.
Yeah.
Right? Well, this was his revenge. We were pledging a frat that he already belonged to, so he got to pledge me, and he hit me right under the butt, right on top of my hamstring, right before a scrimmage. So I wasn't humble enough for the fraternity at that moment. So I lasted a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happened after he hit you?
It got a little rough, but I mean, I knew he knew. I knew it was coming because we were at practice that same day, and tonight we were going to get pledged, and he knew. And
you made it a week,
and he was talking about it, and he's like, "I'll get you," and all this stuff because he was like this fourth, fifth string guy that we used to just beat on, but he was in the frat that we were pledging, so this was his big.
That was
revenge.
a role reversal,
correct? And he was telling us all day what he was going to do.
And he did it?
And he did it. And I didn't react.
And you didn't like it?
I didn't react very well. And they told me after
did they dismiss you from the pledge class
well,
at that
when
point?
they pulled me off, and everything calmed down, they said, we don't think you have the
this probably
humility.
isn't for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that was it. That was the end of my
Can
pledging.
you say which fraternity it was?
It was an alpha.
It was alpha.
It was alpha. I mean,
Okay.
I'm telling you, pledging was crazy back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Pledging
yeah.
is still pretty crazy today.
I mean, yeah, but there's some
There's
safeguards now. That was crazy stuff. Yeah. So right on the hamstring, he knew exactly what he was doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, let's just say practice from then on was not good for him. Not at all.
Well,
yeah.
the power dynamic
Yeah.
shifted again. It went back the other
Yes.
way. Emily, you just sent this to us. Saturday Night Live announces its SNL 50 homecoming concert lineup. This show is going to be hosted by Jimmy Fallon, the 50th anniversary.
No. So this is just the concert.
Okay.
So there's going to be a 50th anniversary SNL show that is full of the sketch and the comedy and everything.
Yeah.
This is just performers
Okay.
that have been. So the list is Arcade Fire, Bonnie Black, Chris Martin, Eddie Vedder, Lady Gaga. You know, these guys.
Getting better.
Backstreet
Arcade Fire,
Boys.
Anybody into Arcade Fire?
Like in the 2010s.
Anybody? Parker? You are? Okay. They popped out of nowhere on me.
Yeah.
I can't name a song.
I can't name
They also
any
have like a
songs.
jillion band members.
Yeah.
Do they? Okay. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you played some of it, maybe I would say I've heard that before. Is this them?
That's them?
Yeah.
I remember they popped out of nowhere and won a Grammy, and no one had ever heard of them. Okay, good. I'm glad you're still around.
And then there's Jack White, Mumford & Sons, Robin, Miley Cyrus, Post Malone. Like it's got a good lineup of
This is a
performers for the
traveling
concert.
show? SNL?
No.
act?
So on Radio City Music Hall
Yeah.
for the 50th anniversary, there's going to be a concert of some of the SNL best performers that they could get to
okay.
perform.
That's cool.
So it's just a concert of these performers, and then they're also going to do a 50th anniversary show with a full like red carpet, like big extravaganza for the show.
Fingers crossed that Fallon is not involved in that second thing you mentioned. I mean,
He'll
I know
be
he's
there.
I know he's going to be there, and I know that he's the host of the Tonight Show, and I'll give him. But I just find him deeply unfunny.
I don't think he's going to be the host of
Yeah.
that. I have no
Tom
idea who the
Hanks.
host is going to be.
I vote Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
Okay, I see that.
Five-timer at
You
least.
Yeah.
Don't like Fallon.
I just find him. It's not that I dislike him as a human being. I just don't think he's funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I started to like him when I saw these little clips on YouTube when he was singing with people with the little keyboard thing.
I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah.
Because it's him doing a thing with somebody that is good at something.
It was cool though.
But
yeah.
that's fine. My point is, his great skill is putting himself next to people that are good at a thing.
Oh, okay.
That a
Yeah,
singer,
yeah, yeah.
a performer. It's like, yeah, but when you are just trying to entertain me with your stuff,
What's that dude's name? Is it Black Thought? Is that his band? The guy? He did a Sesame Street rap off the top of his head with Jimmy. I loved them forever
Yeah.
because of that. It was just great. Yeah.
like a good Sesame Street rap.
And I mean, The Roots with Jimmy
That's
is
it.
fantastic. So.
That's what I'm. Yeah. It was so cool. But I didn't know you hated Jimmy Fallon.
It's just not funny.
Yeah,
you hate Jimmy Fallon. You hate warm beer.
Well,
and you love Clear Ice.
I would rather watch Jimmy Fallon perform than drink a warm beer.
Then drink warm beer.
Yeah,
Okay.
So Fallon is
Got
less objectionable
it.
to me
Okay.
than warm beer is. Warm beer, like why would you ever do that?
I'm going to say that you are warm beer.
You
to
know
me.
what's a super bummer?
What?
This is a terrible moment. You get invited to a party.
Yeah.
And you go to said party. And they're like, hey, good to see you, hug and all these things. Hey, we've got food over here. Oh, by the way, bars over there. There's beer in the cooler. Awesome. And you go over there, you flip that lid of the cooler open, and you open it, and there's a bunch of beer in there, and there's just like one small bag of ice laying on the side.
On the side.
It's like, come
I'm going to put more
on,
effort
dude.
into it than that.
Come on. What are we doing
But
here?
if it's in there and the ice is in there and the beer's
You
there.
should just barely be able to see the caps or the pull tabs. Just it
Okay.
needs to be and by a little bit of water in there.
A little bit of
and
water.
Then pack it again, and then yes.
I wouldn't have said the water. I thought the cool thing was having the beer in the ice.
That's fine. And that
when you pull it out. Yeah.
But the water. Okay.
That was pretty good.
That was good, right?
Here's
Yeah.
the deal. The ice, when it's just ice and air.
Yeah.
Okay. The only part that's going to get the beer cold is the ice that's actually touching the bottle or the can. When
The water's in there.
The water
It's
it covers
cold.
the whole can.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
covers
yeah.
the whole beer. It's a
messy,
It's a
makes
surface
it
area.
hurts
thing.
your hand.
That's
I
why they
got
have
you.
drains in these things.
Quick
you just drain
question.
it out the side.
Man card. Can I use a koozie?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
If we're outside.
Yeah.
If I'm outside,
Yeah,
there's rules to koozies.
Because
Okay.
why, if you're inside, presumably it's not hot
If
inside
it's
your
super
home.
wet, cold beer, I might want.
Just try. You can dry it
Okay,
off.
just
You know
checking.
what? No, never mind. Since you were giving him a hard time over the
No
jacket.
koozie?
No koozie for you.
No koozie for me.
Deal
Okay.
with it.
I don't get a
14 blankets
koozie.
on my bed last
I
night.
would
I'm still
never,
freezing.
never let. Do you want my jacket? No, honey. I'm good.
I would
I'll
have taken
freeze.
it again had she asked me last night. I was freezing all over again. Emily, what are we drafting next?
We are going to draft in honor of Justin Timberlake's birthday and, SNL. He's a great host of SNL. We're going to draft boy band heartthrobs.
Boy band heartthrobs.
I'm in.
All right. So people who've gone solo heartthrobs, you got them
Let me
out
see
of
your
there.
shoes. You got Susan's shoes on? Okay, just making sure.
She's got some nice shoes. So snake draft's coming up next. Draft in Marco 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party? Oh, party! This Saturday at Cosm, Los Angeles. It's the Michelob Ultra official Lakers watch party. Join Beto.
Join me at Cosm, LA, right next to SoFi Stadium. It's a Lakers-Knicks watch party. Come hang out. They're going to have an NBA trophy you can take pictures with. Food, drink specials. It's an amazing experience. Get your tickets right here.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help, like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys and keep going. We love you, LA.
All right, it is Friday morning. It's 9:45, which means that we're going to do a snake draft. And it is Justin Timberlake's birthday, one of the most famous solo artists from a boy band, heartthrob of the late 90s.
Is he clean?
What do you mean?
Justin went off the rails for a little bit.
I don't know, dude.
Is he back? Okay.
I don't know.
Remember that?
I don't really
You see
care.
Justin,
I have a
it kind of slid under the radar. Yeah.
For a
good team. Look, when you got a good team, stuff doesn't stick around for a long time.
He had a moment.
It was there for about a month, and then now everyone's obsessed with his tour that's doing fine. But then he
Love
had
JT.
he had a incident with his what do they call it when you strap up and you like are suspended in midair, like the
the wires.
yeah.
Oh,
His
the harness.
Oh,
no, his harness did not compliment him very well. Let's just say that. Anyway, we're gonna draft.
Is it what I'm thinking?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Didn't make him look better. So
He's no John Hamm.
he's not. He's It's not John Hamm or the guy from Mufasa, who's also in
or the French
Rebel Ridge.
pole vaulter.
There we
from
go.
Exactly.
Got it.
So our order is Travis, Jorge, Emily, DeMarco, 3 each, 12 total, because that's all I can fit on the graphic, right, Parker?
Yes,
Thanks.
we're picking boy band members, right?
Yes,
Okay.
heartthrobs.
Heartthrobs.
Travis, you're first up.
Okay, I'm doing this because I think it's the right pick. I'm doing this because it's one of the ones that I actually do know, but I'm mostly doing this because one of my good buddies, Brian Beckner, loathes this guy. I will take Justin Timberlake.
Ah, nice.
Yeah.
Off the top.
Do you think he's a good host of SNL?
I think he has done some funny skits, but generally speaking, I think he's middle of the pack. I don't think he's bad. But
As far as musical artists that host, I think he's near the top.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
I would be lying if I said he's bad, but I think he gets a little more credit than he might deserve.
Because also he does a lot with Jimmy Fallon.
Okay. Did some movies. We played
Look,
a
the one that he and who's the guy from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but Sandberg.
Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg did
The
the
You Know What in the
classic-
Box?
Yeah, that's an all-timer.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an all-timer. It's terrific.
All right, Jorge.
I'm going to go with Ricky Martin. Menudo. Yeah, I got to put my Latino guys in there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ricky Martin.
a
Yeah,
good choice.
You do. Okay.
Especially the World Cup song. Remember the World Cup song from 98?
There we go.
Yeah, exactly.
Ole,
There
ole,
you go.
ole. Yeah, man. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do a heartthrob that is going to make my sisters happy because they were obsessed with him. You know, I got it. I wasn't as obsessed with him as someone else I'm hoping to pick on the turnaround, but I'm going to get this off the board because I think DeMarco could potentially take him. He is a former boyfriend of Taylor Swift.
Uh-oh.
Harry Styles. Harry Styles is my One Direction breakout star, so Harry Styles is my pick.
I don't know the name of that album, but that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the name of that with
It's
all those?
like-
It was
I'm
one
blanking.
after
It's like
another.
something. It's Harry's house. Harry's house.
It was one after another.
It's
I loved
music for a
everything
sushi
about him,
restaurant. Yeah.
except his choice in clothes. Like,
Okay.
Who is dressing you, homeboy? But that's okay.
I think he actually has great sense of
Bruh,
fashion.
come on, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not.
I just think it's just not for you.
Definitely not for DeMarco. Okay, I'm gonna go. Is it my turn?
It is your turn, and you get two.
I get two. Okay, so this is a wide left. You're going to love this because this actually plays in. So I didn't know we were playing these snake drafts to win. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We are.
Well, okay. Some people play to win. My motivation is to get the people that I want on my list.
Me, okay.
Yeah.
I'm blending the two.
Okay.
So this actually counts. Biggest star in the world at one point, and he started in a boy band. Give me Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Give me Michael Jackson.
I thought I had him in my back pocket. I was going to be so excited to do it.
Got him.
Kills me.
Give
that
me
you
the
took
Prince
him.
of Pop.
Of
Started in the
course,
Jackson
Michael
5.
Jackson.
Absolutely. You had a chance. You picked Timberlake.
I didn't think anybody else would take him.
Michael Jackson. Yes.
job.
I wouldn't take him because he wasn't a heartthrob when I was alive. So that's probably why I wouldn't take him. You know?
Don't stop till you get enough.
Yeah.
It's the right call.
No sad.
I was playing. Damn it. Okay, you win.
All right, second one.
Oh, the second one. Let me see. Oh my God. See, I have no idea about that group. Were you guys 95 Degrees people? I was out of the boy band business when they came
98
along.
degrees.
98 degrees.
95 degrees. of the
Okay,
bakery.
so are
Whatever.
you gonna take Nick Lachey?
No.
Okay.
Give me. You know what? I don't know if he can sing or not, but I definitely can picture this guy, AJ McLean.
Okay.
Remember that dude?
Yeah. No, I really don't.
I have no idea who that is.
Backstreet Boys.
Okay.
He was like one of the more recognizable guys in the band. Like that's the guy. That's the Backstreet Boys guy. Him, AJ McLean. There's
Good
my
job.
second.
I don't know. Who that is. All right. The next person I'm gonna pick, because it's my pick, is gonna be someone who he was in a boy band at my sweet spot, my youth point of first celebrity crushes. He got a diagnosis at the time. I thought he was gonna die. I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna die. He had diabetes. I was like, he's not going to die. He could get medicine. It's going to be fine. He has been on Broadway. He has a great song that I love, Jealous. I'm going to go Nick Jonas
Nick
of
Jonas.
the Jonas
Oh,
Brothers.
nice.
Is that the
Okay.
actor on Jumanji? Is that the same guy? He's in Jumanji, the second
Is
chapter or whatever.
That sounds right.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I have
That's
not
the only
seen.
Jonas brother I know.
Oh my god! That you know him from the
only
bad
one.
Jumanji
One
really
married to
makes
the
me mad.
Padma. What's her last name?
Yes.
Very beautiful.
Yes.
She's on the cooking
Oh yeah,
show.
so it's the Jumanji guy. Yeah.
I don't pay attention to her because I pay attention to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Nick Jonas is my pick.
He's married to her.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doing pretty good.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, doing pretty good.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So Nick Jonas is my pick.
he
Jorge,
reads
your second
books.
pick.
He does.
But he's also tiny. Like he's a short little guy.
Not many of those guys are built like linebackers.
But he can make an
Yeah.
omelet. He can make an omelet. He's doing it. Yep.
I'm gonna take Nick Lachey simply because I was watching his early reality show with Jessica Simpson, from 98 Degrees.
Oh.
So Nick Lachey.
I was 3 degrees
And then,
off.
and then he also now hosts Love Is Blind with his new wife.
That's your jam.
Yeah, Vanessa Lachey, and he's not a good host, but shout out Nick Lachey.
Wow.
My turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bobby Brown.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep. So Bobby Brown
Pulled
from
Whitney.
New Edition. Yeah, well,
Hey.
I mean,
Or Whitney pulled him.
The career arc is
Yeah.
long and varied along the way. I don't know if this qualifies as a boy band, but I'm going to get this one way or the other.
Ugh, I'm gonna take this
What?
person.
Well, I don't think it's who you think it
Okay.
might be because does Mark Wahlberg count?
Okay, you guys
And
have
the
to answer.
Funky
'cause-
Bunch, right?
Sure. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'll count it.
That's
I'll
not
count
boy
it.
band. That's he's a
No,
rapper.
give him Mark Wahlberg. You can be a
became Marky
rapper.
Mark.
Yes,
Well,
sure.
Okay. Do I get Mark
Yes,
Wahlberg?
I'll
Then
give you
I'm
Mark
picking
Wahlberg.
Eminem.
I
Sure, if you would.
I
If
want
he was in a band.
Mark Wahlberg's for the same reason I took Justin Timberlake because my buddy Brian can't stand him. So I'm building the anti-Brian.
But Wahlberg was not in the band.
No.
His brother was.
He was in Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Donnie was in the Backstreet Boys.
Right.
But Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch was a band.
No, it was him and a bunch of backup dancers. That's
That's-
the Funky
that's
Bunch.
a band.
That's
That's
not
the-
a band.
they
He's
had
a
the-
rapper.
the Funky Bunch.
They didn't
They're
say
called-
a word on every song. You can't choose Mark
No, the
Wahlberg.
commissioner said I want Wahlberg.
You have to give him Donnie Wahlberg. He's
Dude,
in
I don't
he's
know.
in the boy band. That
Look,
fits.
I want a Wahlberg.
This is outside of my knowledge.
You
of
gotta
this.
have Donnie.
Okay, then I'll take Donnie.
You have
All
to
right,
have
then
Donnie.
we'll
You
do
cannot
Donnie
choose
Wahlberg.
Mark
Take
Wahlberg.
Donnie.
Wow.
I
As
will
long as I
defer
have
to
a
DeMarco.
Wahlberg.
You have a Wahlberg. Okay, no, give me Mark Wahlberg. Well, okay, so
And now it's not your turn.
it's not my turn.
It's
okay.
Jorge's turn.
I like this one. Okay. You did steal that Bobby Brown. That was a good
Oh,
one.
yeah, for sure.
That was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Jorge, then me, then you, DeMarco.
Okay. All right.
Are you guys familiar with Donny Osmond?
Yes.
Yeah, he sings in Mulan.
Are the Osmonds a boy band?
Well, if the Jonas Brothers are a boy band,
Yep,
so
there
is
you
the
go.
well, the Osmonds have
Marie's
girls
in
in
the
it.
band.
Well, the Osmonds could be a band though. It wasn't all males.
It's boy band.
but-
Boy band.
Well, okay, no,
male.
then I won't count Donny Osmond because it has to be an all boy band, like a
There
boy
you go.
band.
Marie's in the band.
The Osmonds were both men and women.
Yeah,
both
yeah.
Again,
guys and girls.
these are outside of my knowledge of things, so sure. So Donny Osmond is
Donnie
not.
and Marie singing at each other was unusual.
Donny Osmond doesn't count.
That's better than Mark Wahlberg.
See, come
Yeah.
on.
That's better than Mark.
All
a
right,
little
go
bit.
for something else, Jorge.
What's the something Carter from the Backstreet Boys?
Nick Carter.
Nick Carter.
All right, we'll give you Nick Carter.
Nick Carter from the Backstreet Boys. There.
All right,
Done.
there we go.
3.
All right. My last one is going to be Paul McCartney.
Oh.
I'm going to take Paul McCartney. It is a boy band,
Okay.
so I'm going to take Paul McCartney from the Beatles.
I mean,
They were
a band.
they were
No.
adults.
Guys, it's the literal definition of the boy band. It's the girls screaming, ah! And they're all in a boy in a band.
But they were playing instruments.
Okay.
They're a band.
They weren't dancing in unison at me.
And
They
that's
were
okay.
playing
Right.
music.
They were a band and they were boys. I guess it does count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were young men.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
That's a good pull.
Do you want Ringo Starr?
You can take Ringo Starr if you want.
You know, I would. But okay, so have you ever heard of the group Drew Hill?
No.
Okay. Anybody? No. They were kind of on the end of the boy band R&B group. But you know the lead singer. At least you know this song. Let me see that thong.
Oh, yeah.
Cisco? Yeah.
Is my guy. I
Okay.
will take Cisco from Drew Hill as my third member of my
That just
snake
look, you
draft.
have deep knowledge. That counts.
There you go.
Yeah.
There.
All right.
You cannot take Mark Wahlberg. How dare you?
It was worth a try.
Find a song that the Funky Bunch sang.
I don't know. You should know by now. I don't know any songs by name, but I hear them. I'm like, oh, I know that one.
Right.
I know that one. Look, I got Bobby Brown and Justin Timberlake.
Nice.
That's a
good one.
Good
one.
Hey, if I would have chosen Smokey, would that have counted?
Smokey Robinson?
Yeah.
Smokey and the Miracles. I think there was wasn't there a woman in the Miracles?
If
Let me see.
Smokey gets credit, then I get credit for Mark Wahlberg.
Well, Smokey and the Miracles was a band, but
so was the Funky Bunch.
They just sat there.
Smokey and the Miracle. I see women in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
photos.
So, no. Yeah.
So probably wouldn't have gone.
Good pull, though. Good pull. I like it. Anybody from, what was that group? Everyday People. What was his name? I am Everyday People.
I don't know it.
I forgot that guy's name.
Yeah. I want to know more about you fighting the guy with the paddle.
Okay. And also, if we left off anybody, tweet at us or call in 877-710-3776 and fight for your boy band.
There you go. Sly Stone. That's what I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man, I see that guy at reunions, and we do kick him out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do kick him out.
Bad guy?
Not necessarily
your
kick him out, but just
not your favorite.
Just know he's not welcome. He was a jerk, man, and he sucked. He was horrible. Horrible. We just couldn't cut
player
him.
Or horrible guy?
Horrible player.
Okay.
We just couldn't cut him.
You guys had a weird no-cut thing.
No-cut thing. And he was a frat member 2 years before frats became super popular because of Spike Lee's movie, School Days.
Yeah.
He joined the frat.
Okay.
So he was in the frat that we wanted to get into. Yeah. And it was like his revenge. You want to write a movie about that? Oh, my God.
I want to hear more about the incident. We'll see. We'll probably talk about
Which incident?
Your incident with the paddle, where you retaliated.
I gave him never mind. We'll talk about that later.
We'll talk about it later. LeBron has a big night against a pretty lousy
There's
team. But,
only one.
They ate the pellet.
Bronny James.
How embarrassing.
Stop with that.
There's only one.
I honestly was embarrassed for him last
Bro,
night.
he was a nice little assist. That was
He had
sweet.
5 points to mark.
It was. Did you see the assist?
I did. I watched every second of the
like,
game.
Yeah.
Awful.
Way
That's
to go,
next.
Bronny.
Travis
So did
DeMarco,
she.
710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Next Gen is the official plumbing, heating, AC, and electrical company of SoCal
Hi,
Sports.
my name is Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Sylmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at. You know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
My 9-year-old is so into NSYNC.
Really?
Because of Deadpool.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Deadpool does a little NSYNC dance, and the song, she's, Daddy, have you heard this new song?
Oh, yeah, it's 30 years old.
I'm like, so that's not new. Yeah, not new.
Funny.
Yeah, but she loves it now.
Dude,
so.
we're getting old, DeMarco.
I'm going through it again, though. I'm going through all this stuff again. It's cool, though.
You're both lucky, and I don't want to do it. Like, you get to do it again is awesome.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it again.
It's fun, though.
Fun. Yes.
I know what I meant to tell you. Someone sent me a picture of me at the Pro Bowl. I have been looking for this picture. Someone from the 206.
When it was in Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Yeah.
Someone from the 206.
That's Seattle.
Seattle. Sent me this picture. It's me at the Pro Bowl on one knee. I got the lay on.
Awesome.
Right behind me is Orlando Pace, Adam Timmerman. Most of those guys we've talked to are there.
How many Pro Bowls did you make?
Just the one.
Okay.
Me and Keith Lyle.
Yeah.
Keith had 17 picks in 2 years, didn't sniff the Pro Bowl. I had like 15, 17 sacks, didn't sniff the Pro Bowl. We weren't good enough. Should have been more, only one.
Okay.
But this picture here is me at the pinnacle of my life. I have conquered football.
This is the season you guys won the Super Bowl.
Won the Super Bowl. So I'm an undrafted dude. So I'm not steamed anymore. I want to say PO'd, but I can't say that on the radio. So I won the Super Bowl. I'm in the Pro Bowl. I have conquered this. I have climbed this freaking mountain. And there's a shot of it right here.
You looking pretty satisfied?
Pretty happy.
Let me see it.
Well, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
And there's a backstory too, because we were out the night before. Yeah.
At what point in the game is it like a game shot? Are you on the sidelines of the game?
It's picture day. So,
okay.
We are working for Tony Dungy. Yeah. Tony Dungy's our coach. And so when you work for a different coach, you don't know how to react to him or whatever. You don't know his mannerisms. He was so quiet, never cussed.
Yeah.
So all the Tampa guys, we'd look, is this him? It's like, yeah, this is what he does. Like, he never raises his voice.
Right.
I'm like, not once. So we're under Tony Dungy's guidance. We start practice about 35, 40 minutes in, double horn. That means the head coach wants to talk. Bring it in. So we all run in, get on one knee. Tony goes, that's how you do it right. You treat me right, I teach you right. Get out of here.
You're done.
Done for the day. Right, that's the first day. So of
How
course,
long had you been out there?
45 minutes tops, including stretching.
Okay.
So of course we hit the bar.
Let's
right.
go.
And then I forgot the next day is picture day. So let me pull it up. But yeah, I conquered football. It was so awesome.
Who were your partners in crime when you went out?
Kevin was there.
Okay.
So it's like Fisk
Kevin
and Verse.
Carter for the
Kevin
people,
Carter.
yeah.
It's like Fisk and Verse. So Batman and Robin had hit Hawaii. Yeah.
Did you guys have similar interests?
Yes, he was the first dude that I ever saw that drank scotch and ordered an old fashioned.
Oh.
I'm like, what the hell is an old fashioned?
It is a very delicious cocktail.
It is.
Yes.
But how did you know that at 22?
By the way, that's a good question. Maybe his dad drank them, his uncles, somebody's.
Must have been. This is what I'd said, why me and him got along so well. I'm like, you were surprisingly more sophisticated than anybody I've ever met, and you're 22 years old.
Yeah, usually 22 years old, it's cheap beer or like a Jack and Coke.
Me,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Fireball.
Goldschlager, Jägermeister.
I know that very well.
Yeah.
He was like,
he's ordering old fashioned.
Have an old fashioned. I'll have a scotch.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're ordering what? I'm having a scotch.
Scotch is like medicine, man. I can't.
It is. Okay, sorry, but anyway, go ahead. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, I want to see it. Let's try a quick phone call here. Let's go to Ruben, who is in K-Town. Ruben, you're on with Trav and DeMarco. What's up?
Yobaseo.
Yo, good morning, guys.
Good morning.
DeMarco, love you because you're a Ram, but got to avoid your Michael pick because Janet was in the band for a minute.
No, Janet
Not the
Jackson was
Jackson
never
5.
in the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
She was a baby.
But she was in the performances with them, so that kind of counts.
Later on in life. She was a baby when the Jackson 5 were popular.
She's a member of the Jackson family, but the Jackson 5 were Michael and his brothers.
Michael, Tito, Randy,
Jermaine.
Marlon, Jermaine.
Yeah.
Jermaine was the guy before
Yeah.
Michael took over.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I like you trying to
Thank you.
sabotage his pick, but I think that Michael Jackson
I found
is
it.
fair game.
And people are also fighting over the Osmonds of it all, but saying
Look at my
she
face.
joined later.
Look at
Dude,
my face.
You are a baby in
Look at
that.
my face. I am trying to hold it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now look, I got several.
Yeah.
We're going to have to post this. We can post this.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
They did you no favors with the lighting. there's a shadow that splits your face in half.
Correct.
Okay, so that's not good, right? So the shadowing, the lighting is bad.
Yes.
I think, generally speaking, that's probably good for you because it looks like the left side of your face like you've had a stroke.
I'm
or
hanging
something.
in there, bro.
Like the left side of your face looks like you're half asleep.
I'm hanging in there, bro. I'm hanging in there.
That looks like
I am
think
fighting
I'm gonna-
it right there.
This is the smiley guy.
Like
I think I might throw up.
I did
think
not
I
know.
might throw up.
I had
Or
no idea.
Mom, I threw up,
I
and you're in the
didn't-
corner of the parents'
Yes.
bedroom.
I didn't know we were
Dude.
wearing white.
Okay.
Yeah.
Orlando. So that's Adam Timmerman
That's
right behind
Timmerman.
you, right?
We called him Swede.
And then
remember
there's-
Heartbreak Ridge?
Oh yeah.
Remember Swede?
He does look
That's
like
what we
Swede.
called him, Swede.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you've got Kurt Warner's in the shot. Who's
Yes.
the guy directly on a knee next to you? Who's that?
That
There's
would
only
be Todd Light.
Okay, that's Todd
So
Light.
the guy when I recovered the fumble in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, I know
or
Todd.
the block field goal.
Todd.
That was Todd.
Yeah,
Yes.
Todd. I'm familiar with.
Todd blocked it. Yeah.
And then there's Orlando Pace.
Big Pace. That's
He's
Chewy.
standing next to Adam Timmerman, who's an offensive lineman, you a defensive lineman on one knee, and he looks like the dad in this picture.
Yes, he's a hairless Wookiee.
Oh,
yes,
my goodness,
he's monstrous.
Hairless Wookiee.
He is. I love the guy, but that's what I mean. We were talking.
You
Tommy,
look like you're about to get sick.
I was. It was fun, but I mean, at that point, like I said, all that stuff had come out, like all the undrafted, too short, too everything,
Yeah.
too this, too that, and here I am. Yeah, and one of the guys I was thinking about, Bill Parcells too. Yeah, he was the guy that got it started. I
was
was
the
never drafted D lineman when I can eat a peanut off the top
Peanut
of his
off the
head.
head.
Yeah, eat that.
Yeah,
and that
worked
way.
out for you.
Sure did.
Like whatever that fuel in the tank needs to come from.
Thank you. Fun.
He did you a favor.
You dang right it was. So much fun. Thank you, Tony Dungy, for that week of practice.
Yeah. I can't imagine, and I've had this conversation with a bunch of the guys that I've worked with that have played in the NFL, and the Pro Bowl thing is always interesting to me because everybody's got a little bit of a different experience from it.
It's wild.
Why would anybody go out there and play in that game or practice for that game like it mattered? Because it just simply
did matter when they were trying to grow the game. The game's a monster now.
Yeah.
Like you
Is
had
that
to go,
what it was for?
Back in the day, yeah, it's another way to grow the game. It was revenue. So guys were, I wouldn't say encouraged, but they were inspired to play. You're growing the game.
I understand it's an incredible honor to be selected
It is.
to an all-star game like that. I get that, but you want me to go out there and hit that guy for nothing?
Well, once we started, once the players started to wake up, and everyone did, like this. Wait a minute, this is another football game where guys can get hurt. You know what started it? It was
Sean
under Pete
Taylor?
Carroll's watch. Nope, not Sean Taylor. It was the running back when they had the beach football game.
And he tore up his knee.
and he blew out his knee. Everything switched.
It was a
after that.
Patriots running back. I'm forgetting his name.
And he
No,
was good,
Zach is
too.
very good.
Very good.
And like tore both of his ACLs or something
After
like that.
and he ruined his career. After that, everything started to change. So what the unwritten rule was, you would
Robert
kinda coast-
Edwards.
Robert Edwards. You would kind of coast for 3 quarters,
Yeah.
and go live in the 4th because there's money involved. And then that
How much?
no one cared. Yeah.
I'm not like, was it an amount of money that would make your year a lot better?
Yeah, no, depending on who you are.
Okay, from you,
it was like 120,000, but it was unbudgeted money.
So you get an additional 120.
120.
That's a lot of money.
That you
That's
go
a
play
lot
a
of money.
4th quarter for that.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
But it's not
Okay.
worth going all out
No,
for.
no.
Right?
I was afraid you were going to say it's like 15 grand. I mean, like, dude, no way.
They told me, like the veterans that were
120 is
there,
real money.
hey, you're going too fast. This is during the game.
Yeah.
Hey, ease up a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
my
no.
first time. I'm sorry.
No,
right.
No,
right.
no, dude.
Right.
Hey.
Ease up, homeboy.
Yeah. We're in Hawaii, brother.
Yeah, guess who I was going against again?
Okay, so AFC
Yes.
offensive line, Matthews.
I felt like God,
Yeah,
really?
I knew
I just tangled with this guy.
Yeah, I'm thinking AFC op Matthews. Yeah.
Right. Here
Dude,
he comes
can I not
again.
get away? Did he just go? You stay
He
over
looked
here.
at me. I'm like, dude, really? He's like, yep. Here we go again.
So it was after the Super Bowl.
Right after.
The next week.
So we played Minnesota, then Tampa Bay, then Tennessee, and then went to the Pro Bowl
You
in
guys
4
didn't
weeks.
have that off week.
No,
That's
we
what
went
it was.
straight
That was
into
no
it.
off week that year.
Yes.
That's right. That's a mess.
Crazy. Yes.
JJ Redick had some big praise for LeBron, and I think he nailed it. That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
This is attorney Joseph S. Normand. I'm deeply saddened by the devastation caused by the fires in our community. If you suffer losses due to the Eaton wildfire, you may be entitled to file a compensation claim.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at. You know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
$5% off your first service. Plus, they have a price match guarantee. You know you're getting the best value. And if you're not satisfied, True Green will revisit your lawn between scheduled visits to make it right. Don't wait. Visit TrueGreen.com today to lock in 75% off and let the pros handle your lawn while you enjoy the results.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
I don't like any refs. I don't like any refs. I think they're all
just
terrible.
Get rid of all refs.
Correct.
We don't need them there.
All we do is complain about
no
it.
replay,
Baseball
no refs.
umpires, football.
Listen, this
referees.
is the guy that likes Wamos.
NBA, look, NBA refs. It's the most random stuff in the world. I think NBA refs are terrible. I've told Ireland that over and over again.
But like the OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland
on 710 ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Go together, better than birds of a feather. You
Nick Jonas.
Yeah.
Okay. What did you call me?
Longshanks.
What is that?
Oh, hold on. Like this part. There you go. Right there.
Follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine in my pain, the tattoo inside
Here we go.
my brain.
Ready?
I'm a sucker for you.
I know this one.
Yeah.
It's all the Jonas Brothers together,
Okay.
but the beginning is Nick singing.
Can I say this slaps?
Yeah, it does slap.
This is Gucci.
That slaps is the opposite of buns.
Oh, slaps is the opposite of buns.
Yes.
Okay, this
Yes.
is not buns.
Food can slap. Music can slap.
This slaps.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it. This
Kelly,
is Gucci.
Kelly is my.
It slaps, and bussin'
interpreter.
usually is referring to food.
Bussin' is usually food.
Yeah.
But I've heard slaps
Bussin'
on
is food?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I
like
said all
this
wrong.
this
Okay.
stuff is bussin'.
Yeah. That means it's delicious.
I had that all wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Longshanks.
Yeah.
You are now Longshanks.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Do you watch movies? You do watch movies.
Occasionally.
Do you, well, this guy's fallen out of favor with everyone. Did you watch Mel Gibson movies back in the day?
Yeah.
Did you see Braveheart?
Yes, but a million years ago.
Remember the bad guy?
Is that Longshanks?
Longshanks, the king.
He's the one that had the time with your wife on their wedding night.
He's the king.
Not Carpe Diem. What's it called?
Whatever that is.
Prima Nocta.
Prima Nocta.
Yeah.
You are Longshanks.
Why?
You are the Dodgers now. You are the evil empire. You are everywhere. You have everything.
Kinda.
You make the rules now.
I don't think that Dodgers are engaging in prima nocta.
No,
the rest of the league.
Kind of. I want that player, but the Dodgers want him.
Yeah.
We just lost that player.
Look, it's up to the player. They can go. They can either come and win,
Yes.
or they can go over
You're
there and
taking
not
all
win.
the players. Yes.
Okay, so we'll do this right here. The ESPN came out with they ranked all 30 major league teams according to the strength of their farm systems.
Okay.
Okay. So just as
Does it matter? Farm systems? I mean,
it's essential.
It's essential. Okay, good.
And it is particularly essential if you are not a big market team. The reason that the Tampa Bay Rays are able to be pretty damn good every year is because they're very good at developing players.
At developing,
yes.
Can't you just bot? Well, never mind.
They can't.
Okay,
They
can't. They have to develop.
Their only option is to develop their own. Is to scout, pick the right guy, and then turn him into the player that they hope he can be.
Okay,
that is a team like Tampa's only, and they're really good at it.
Okay,
that's what Andrew Friedman came up in. It is just as preamble to this. This is just like every other baseball's draft is just like everybody else's draft. The worse you are, the higher you pick.
Yes. Okay.
So, presumably, if you are picking, and a good example of this, the reason Paul Skeens is a Pirate is the Pirates were terrible. Paul Skeens was the best available player. They took him first, and he's awesome, and that's how it's supposed to work, right? For years, the Baltimore
Sucks
Orioles.
for the player.
Until he can become a free agent, and that's just the way that it goes.
Yeah.
So for years, the Baltimore Orioles were number one because they were aggressively trying to be as young and as bad as they could so they could continue to get a bunch of good players. And it worked. The Orioles are very good right now, and they're loaded with good young talent that they don't have to pay yet, but it's coming up. Presumably, the worse... The better you are, the deeper at the draft that you're going to pick. So the Dodgers will pick 30th in the draft because they won the World Series. So they have access to weaker players than the guys at the top of the draft.
Well, yeah. The best players are gone. Right. Or at least the top 29.
Right.
Yeah.
Guess who's got the best farm system in baseball according to ESPN.com? Number one out of the 30 teams.
You just said the Rays.
No.
You said they were good at it.
I said they're good at it.
Don't tell me
year.
the Dodgers have the number one farm system too.
They do. Number one.
How can you not be ashamed of yourself?
And here's why. I don't have anything to shame. I'm incredibly proud. Here's why.
Wow.
Here's why.
Yes.
Because this is the one thing that you cannot buy. This is the one thing that is the structure of it is detrimental to them. The better you are, the lower you pick.
Yes.
The structure of it is designed to punish. You pick at the back. You pick last. Because you're the best, you pick last.
Or favor the worst. Yes.
They're still better at it than everybody else. They have more top prospects. So here's what it is. They're number one in the ranking. They went from last year, they were number 8, which is still really good. It's still top third, to number 1. They have 8 of the top 100 ranked prospects in baseball. 8 of the top 100. Okay? So, yes. Can they go buy Mookie Betts? Yep. Can you go buy Blake Snell? Sure. Can they go, and by the way, 29 teams get to pick ahead of them. We'll pick next. We're still going to pick better players.
Okay.
We're going to develop them better. And then when they get to the big leagues, we're going to put them in a better spot to succeed.
Remember that diatribe you laid on Hank Steinbrenner about the Yankees can't say this?
Sure.
You have lost all right to complain about anything.
I'm
about
not
baseball. Anything that goes wrong. No, in the future. You've lost all that right. It all goes away. This is incredible.
Can I add one more thing to this?
Go ahead, Longshanks. Yeah.
So presumably, the worse you are, the more access to really good players you have, like we talked about. Want to take a guess where the Angels are?
Where?
They should be near the top, right?
Where? What?
Take it. There's 30 teams. Pick.
25.
No, they'd have to get hot to get to 25.
Oh, have to get hot to get. Where are they? 30th?
No.
28th.
28th.
Oh my God! Wow. Did you have to put that in there?
So this, yes, I did. Sorry, Parker. But so this is why. And again, this is not me doing anything other than telling you what's up. ownership matters.
Of course.
Ownership matters, and it's not just I have a big checkbook or I'm in a big city.
Helps.
Artie Moreno has a big checkbook and owns a team in a big city. They're 28th.
Wow.
Because they don't get it right. And you can get it wrong once, but when you get it wrong over and over and over and over and over again, when you change out the guys that are picking the play over and over and over, it's like you're just never going to get there.
And at the center point of all this is Friedman, right?
Friedman is the brain of it all. The
is
center,
he the most important cog?
he's
just
1A.
follow me.
He's 1A.
1A. Who's 1B?
The owners, the Guggenheims.
So Friedman, 1B.
Yeah.
He's the guy. They the straw that stirs the drink.
Uh-huh.
What are the Dodgers paying him?
I don't know. It's a good
and
question.
I wonder why wouldn't you try to get him?
Okay,
if that's the case.
Great question.
Yeah.
Why would he leave? Let's assume that the pay is the same.
I wouldn't leave.
Okay.
But I'm just curious, but I would definitely up the price that you're paying me.
I have no idea. Let's just say for round numbers, he makes $1 million. Okay, I'm sure it's much, much more than that. But let's just say it's $1 million. And
if he said he wanted 3,
okay,
it says like it's about 5 years, 35.
Okay, so $7 million. So let's
if
say
he wants to cash in, let's just say.
But I think the Dodgers would match whatever is out there. To
keep him.
As a general manager, team president of a team, he's team president technically.
Because if I'm looking to derail the Dodgers, if I'm that underhanded, this is the guy I want to pry out of there.
Take that off the board.
Yeah.
Say you're not even trying to derail him. Saying you're just trying to build the best possible team you can. He's the best at it.
Yes, and derail them.
It's a twofer, right?
Yeah.
It's a twofer. But if I'm him, and what do I want? And not even him, but as a general manager, what do you want? You want to have a team that's in a place where people would like to be, Los Angeles.
Check.
You want to have the money to spend when you need to spend it.
Check.
Owners that stay out of the way for the most part.
Triple check.
A ballpark that is iconic.
They don't meddle. Yeah, okay.
Okay, check. A team that wins. A team that's committed to winning.
Yeah.
A team that has a draft and development strategy that is better or as equal to everybody else's.
I think I would give him a raise per year.
There's no greener pasture.
No. Is he can't be really that good.
I think he is.
A guy that's actually figured out this sport.
As close to it as you can, I think.
That's crazy. I
Because
never thought possible.
Here's why it's not just that he's got the most money and the most advantages. He did something similar to this in Tampa. Now, they weren't, but Tampa might have all of those things we're talking about.
Yeah.
They don't check any of the boxes.
And
he had them in the World Series, and he had them developing one good player after the next. They were never bad.
Well, here's a question I always had about Friedman and the Dodgers and the way they're constructed. If Ohtani says no to the deferment, I want all my cash up front. Is this even possible?
Yeah.
This is still possible.
The Ohtani thing was his idea. The Dodgers didn't pitch it to them. Ohtani pitched it to the Dodgers. They were getting ready to stroke the check up front
right
to
up
begin
front.
with.
You could still make all these moves, even paying him.
That's a good question because it frees up so much money.
Right.
So you could go do all of these other things, but
and he's
maybe,
great.
Maybe you can't do all of it, but I think you could probably do most of it.
You can do most of it. Okay, so he's a big part of this as well. So maybe he's not.
I would say, if you had to say who's the best player in the Dodgers, Ohtani? If the question was, you have to get rid of one, Ohtani or Friedman, and the question is, I'm going to be a fan for the next 20 years.
You'd let Ohtani walk?
I think I might. I would hate it.
No,
but if you're
you
saying,
couldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. You would not let Ohtani walk. You might.
Let's just say, and let's just say that something came up to where he couldn't play for a year this upcoming season. They are still the heavy favorites to go to the World Series. If you just took him out, heavy favorites.
Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
If you take Ohtani out of the lineup, you're still heavy favorites to win the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
How is this fun for you?
It's great.
That's not great.
It's great.
This is
Can't
unfair.
wait.
You've just ruined the sport.
What we'll do is we'll just take all of our wonderful minor leaguers who we've developed and we'll slide them into these roles.
This
and
is
they'll go win a whole bunch
professional
of games.
NIL.
I mean, there are fans of the Chiefs. There are fans of Manchester City. There are super teams out there that add things.
Are at least vulnerable in some respects.
So are the Dodgers. They won the World Series once in the last 40 years in a real season.
It's just beginning.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Look,
right.
Can I be honest?
This is just the start.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
If you said to me, Trav, the 2025 season, you got to place a bet. You can place the bet on the Dodgers or the field to win the World Series. I'd take the field.
Okay, I might take the Dodgers.
Yeah, I would take the field.
Everything. Okay. And this is funny, right? With Brady and 7 Super Bowls, do you talk about the first one?
What do you mean?
Do you talk about his first win?
Sure.
No one talks about the first win anymore.
Sure, because it was a shock.
But no one talks about it. You talk about the most recent ones. At some point, I just have a feeling, this is a gut, with the way this is going to go, and you win multiple World Series, you won't talk about the one that just happened.
I do think they will win multiple. Like if you said over the next 5 or 6 years, how many?
Yeah.
I would say they're going to win 1 or 2 more. I think that they're going to win.
There's going to be a season of excellence. We're like, oh my God, a juggernaut.
Totally agree.
Yes.
But they're in the next 6 years, will they not win the World Series 4 times? Yeah. That's what I'm getting at. So it's not like it. I would always take the field. It's like even when Tiger at his absolute best, Tiger the field, give me the field. And that's when Tiger was winning everything. And you're going to lose a few times, but
I would, in that same bet, I would take the Dodgers.
Number one farm. The thing that is designed to prevent them from being number one, they're number one at. Love it. Factor Cap coming up next is Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party? Oh, party! This Saturday at Cosm, Los Angeles. It's the Michelob Ultra official Lakers watch party. Join Beto Durant broadcasting live for Lakers pre-half and post. A Lakers
Minicom show featuring Lenny. Here to tell you about a live podcast taping I am doing in Los Angeles Monday, February 3rd, right before the Super Bowl. I am joined by Greg Rosenthal, Jordan Rodriguez, Chris Ryan, Andy Greenwald, and the Rams' own Kobe Turner. 100% of your ticket proceeds go to wildfire relief here in Los Angeles. Check it out, minapodlive.com.
From Sunrise to Tampa, the Kings have traveled across the state of Florida to battle the Tampa Bay Lightning. Drew Doughty made his season debut last night for LA and didn't miss a beat.
Felt amazing, honestly. But early on, that's the most nervous I've been playing in a hockey game. My first shift, probably since, honestly, my first NHL game. Just, like, no matter how much you practice and get that work in, nothing's like the speed of a real game. You know, there's stuff moving all over the place, and you got to make plays quick. So I got better as the game went on. Personally, felt better and more comfortable, and honestly, by the third, I felt completely like myself.
It's the Kings and the Lightning, tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Laker fans, Saturday night, join me at Cosm, LA, right next to SoFi Stadium. It's a Lakers-Knicks watch party. Come hang out. They're going to have an NBA trophy you can take pictures with, food, drink specials. It's an amazing experience. Get your tickets right here.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these
ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap.
Right now. Take it away, producer Emily.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Thanks, Joe. Hi, guys.
Bonjour. Annyeong.
Did anybody catch the Fire Aid show last night that was at the Intuit Dome?
I did not.
Did not.
It looks pretty cool. Had a bunch of, California-based musicians, had some reunions. I know Nirvana Nirvana played. Dave Grohl came out.
Travis Barker played drums with Jelly Roll. That did happen. Okay,
Yeah.
that I want to see. I like Travis.
A lot of really cool stuff. I know that they did a lot of great work, and the proceeds went to help with fire relief.
That's cool.
So, which is really cool to see.
Jelly Roll. That's a good name.
So
It's
the middle of the Oscar season, and this Oscar season has been very up and down in terms of like there's no clear super front runner. I know Emilia Perez has a lot of nominations, but they don't seem to have the same kind of push as others in the past have. And it's turned into some old-fashioned mudslinging happening where old tweets are being brought up, old stories are being brought up about some of the leading candidates, and I'm just over here being like, oh, the gossip is really spreading. But Carla Sofia Gascon, who's nominated for Best Actress, had to delete her Twitter account because of some of the tweets that had been dug up that she had posted. And my statement is, you should just delete the tweets. If you're becoming that famous, just go through your Twitter and delete the tweets. Travis Petrocap. You should preemptively do it. If someone had these things that you might not have aged so well, just go back and delete it. Even if you think that you haven't said anything that bad, just go back and delete some tweets.
Yeah, probably fact. I even if you delete them, I can't really find them anyway.
It's out
But
there.
if you're not that famous, people probably hadn't seen them at that point in time. If you're not that famous, they're probably off into the wind.
And I don't
you know?
understand the format well enough. Like if I went and deleted a tweet from 15 years ago, and nobody, is it gone forever?
Yes.
Or could somebody still find a way to find
Somebody may have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the thing is like, so Emily Hebel in 6th grade, I didn't, but if I tweeted something stupid, no one would have seen it.
I've always had this idea, and I think especially somebody of your age, DeMarco, if you and I were allowed to journal our inner thoughts when we were 13 or 14,
God,
and they would follow us for the rest of our life, that would be a disaster. It would be a disaster. So I think at 18, you should wipe it clean.
Yeah.
And anything before that, it's like, whatever, as a kid, let it go. And then maybe one more time at 21, you can wipe it clean. And then after that, you're on the record.
Like, I even delete stuff that's not, like, obviously inflammatory, but, like, just stupid. I, like, posted Glee, like, quotes. I'm like, I don't need to have my Glee quotes on Facebook, you know? But, and also, Carla did this at her grown-up age. So it was a couple years ago. It wasn't, like, 15 years ago. DeMarco, just delete the tweets.
That's a hard one.
It is.
I'll say cap. Whatever you say, stand on it. I think it's weak when you go back and delete.
As an adult,
What if you don't believe it anymore?
Well, I think it's weak when you go back and delete or you try to cover up something you said. Like, I never said that. If you said it, stand on it and explain yourself. It could be look, I was young and stupid.
And I've changed my mind.
I changed my mind.
I think about it differently.
I think about it differently. I was stupid when I said it. I apologize. Let's move on. But when you start deleting, I don't know. I mean,
that's a better answer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I get that. Jorge?
Yeah, I'm with the guys. If you said it before, like, there's got to be an explanation to why, you said it back then. Plus, if you're a public figure, you got to be aware of these things, right? Like, is this going to come back and haunt me? Or even if you're a doctor, say you're a doctor, right? Or whatever. I feel like it's not just for, like, people in media or whatever. But if you're looking for, like, a dentist, for instance, and then you see some of his stuff, would you still want to go see that dentist?
Good question.
You see what I'm saying? Like, are they going to be looked under the same,
Yeah.
So it's just...
I will tell you, I did find something about my old optometrist that I didn't go back to them again.
See?
So,
Yeah.
And I have the choice to not have them look at my eyes.
It's like the same as neck tats, right? It's a choice. Or facial tattoo.
It's less easily
it's a choice.
removed.
I've always said, when in doubt, leave it out.
Yeah.
Man. And that's it.
Think before you tweet.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
but don't delete.
Or just put an emoji. Done.
Yeah.
Okay. Like,
Don't worry, Carla had some emojis in them too. It did not really help her. All right, so yesterday on TNT there was a, how they always do. Kenny and Chuck will race to the video board at certain points in time.
I do like that.
And so yesterday, Kenny and Chuck raced to the video board, and Kenny's pants start to fall down because he is not wearing a belt.
Okay.
And Chuck is. So my statement is, belts are essential to wear belts are essential to wear. DeMarco Petrocap.
I'm gonna go cap. You got to be strategic. I know why. I mean, I hate wearing belts.
Really?
They get uncomfortable because we're different when we stand up.
I get it.
And then when we sit down, things expand and you're uncomfortable.
I understand.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I get the purpose of a belt, but I don't think they're essential. But you got to be smart. if you're wearing pants without a belt, you got to know you
Don't
can't
run. Don't
Right,
run,
exactly.
that's for
Or put a hand in your pocket to like make sure it doesn't fall too far.
But yeah, don't be restricted. I get you. I'm going to go cap on that. Yeah.
Travis?
I'm going to go fact because I understand exactly what you're saying. I don't like, for whatever reason, I'll put on a pair of pants in my bedroom. My bedroom's upstairs. If for whatever reason, like the belt is in the laundry room and I got to walk downstairs to get it.
Yeah.
Just that walk of 30 steps is miserable. You're pulling them up and everything else. So yeah, I can't remember the last time I wore a pair of pants without a belt.
Jorge?
Same thing. It's one of those things I have to have it.
Yeah.
If not, I don't feel comfortable. Like okay, back then my mom used to get on us because we would sag.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys need to get a belt.
Yeah.
So she, eventually she would.
You have never had what he's describing.
Of course.
Though. I have. When you wear a belt, walking down the street, I need a belt. But when I sit down,
Hate
that
it.
belt just got 4 sizes smaller. It's like my belt. I'm not going to tell you my belt size, but let's just say my belt was a 36, and now it's a
Right.
28. Like that's
Expands.
a terrible feeling.
We're increasing the PSI.
Yeah.
Women, we often say there are standing and sitting pants.
That's
there
right.
are,
There you go.
ones that you're wearing when you're going out, and
That's
you're going
right.
to stand most of the time.
That's right.
Okay, so for the Super Bowl, the uniform matchup has been announced, and it happens to be the same exact uniform that they wore the last time they faced in the Super Bowl, where the Chiefs won, Eagles lost. And Eagles fans in my life have been calling it a premonition that they aren't super happy about. That they wish they chose a different uniform. So my statement is, you care and find importance in the uniform your team wears. Jorge Factor Cap.
No, I really don't. No, cap. Yeah, I have nothing else, but I really don't.
Did you
care.
come up with this question?
I know, but I'm thrilled that it's in here. Of course I do. Fact. Yeah. I for twofold. Number one, you guys know I love uniforms, and
Yes.
but in particular, I'm just superstitious enough that stuff matters. I can. It doesn't consume me, but
Like you hate the bone uniforms?
I like when the Rams wear their yellow pants and their blue jerseys. I think those are
Okay.
I love that. I think that is their best combination. The other one I like are the blue pants with the white jerseys. That looks pretty good too.
Okay.
What I don't like is white on white, and they haven't done that a ton. But if I had lost the Super Bowl in the Chiefs case or the Eagles case in my green jerseys, and we're playing again a couple years later, I'll wear the whites. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Just
Or wear like a Kelly green. It's like the darker green with the black.
I'm changing it up. Does it matter? No. But what if it does? I just change it up because why not?
Oh, DeMarco?
What's the question so I can
That
answer it properly?
you care about and find importance
Cap.
in the uniforms your
Zero.
team wears.
None. I could care less. The uniforms never mattered. I didn't know how we looked. I didn't know if they were hot, bad. I don't care. I don't care about uniforms. It does not matter. Only matters how you play. The only uniform I cared about was that rookie year, that jersey I showed you.
I love that one.
It was that with
yellow
some
one?
white pants with like a yellow stripe, and I'm like, even I know this looks bad. Even I know this stuff doesn't match. Yeah.
I love a good jersey.
Really?
Love
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right, so yesterday, Shake Milton was playing really well for the Lakers,
He did.
and in the post-game show, you know how we used to when we talk
Played
about in and
almost
out.
as good as Bronny. Go ahead.
How many points did Shake have? How many points
Just
did LeBron
say-
have?
Go
Or
ahead.
Bronny have? Anyway.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So, post-game show, we're taking calls, and callers decided to. First, and they said, "Hey, I'm Emily and LA Live. My favorite shake is a strawberry shake," and so they would go off and say their favorite shake. My statement is, you prefer shakes to ice cream.
Ooh.
Like if you're given an option at a place, you prefer a shake to an ice cream, like a soft serve. Travis Fetter Cap.
Fact. I never really even thought about that. But if you said to me, here's a ice cream cone or a milkshake, I'm going to pick a milkshake every time. Yeah, no, that's an easy one.
In fact, his milkshake cap is ice cream. DeMarco, Fetter Cap.
Fact is milkshake?
Correct.
I don't think I've ever turned down a milkshake.
Me neither.
I've turned down ice cream.
Me too.
So fact is milkshake?
Yep, fact.
Fact. Yeah. I've
Right?
turned down ice cream strictly because it's more work.
Well,
milkshake is here. Enjoy. Here, enjoy.
I
ice cream
actually
is-
beg to differ.
I'm
Like
gonna
an
go
ice
with
cream cone is easier to
cone.
have than a shake because the shake you gotta move the straw. Sometimes it's too thick. You can't drink it that fast.
Gotta wait till it melts just
Shakes
a little bit.
and shakes don't melt all over your hand if you're talking to somebody.
Well,
sometimes the
I eat my ice cream too
thickness
fast.
The thickness thing can be an issue, but
Yeah.
if you wait another 2 minutes, it melts just enough and it's perfect.
And away we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And sometimes a shake can have like a chalky texture to
it
me.
can.
So I prefer a soft serve.
Yeah.
But Jorge, what about
I'm
you?
taking the soft serve all the time, and the
Yeah.
best soft serve is one of the cones at the Cars Land. They give you that
the
chocolate and vanilla
the
swirl.
swirl.
Oh,
The one where?
And then they put a
At
lot
Cars Land in
Cars
Disney.
and the cones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Low key, great soft serve place on York Boulevard in Highland Park. Magpies. I used to live around the corner from it. So good.
Yeah,
Nice.
Soft serve's great, but milkshake is.
Like the classic
stuff
brown
in
and
it.
white soft serve. Ugh.
Yes. Come on.
Are you a fan of the Neapolitan at In-N-Out?
You know, I don't think I've ever had it. I get nothing but
It's
strawberry shakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Yeah.
But if you are ever feeling like, man, I don't know, I can't decide between this and that, go a little
Neapolitan?
You get
Okay.
all three.
Really? All in? See, that's what color does that? They do it right.
They layer it. So
Okay.
you put the straw at the bottom or at the very top, and you will just get a little chocolate, a little vanilla, a little
But
strawberry.
at the
you get all
bottom,
three.
you got a mix of all
a little
three.
bit,
Okay.
or start at the bottom, and you'll just
work your way up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I worked at summer camp for 2 summers in college, and one of my roles was I was the ice cream girl. So I would get the ice cream for the kids, and the price was the same no matter what. But sometimes I try to see how high I could stack the ice creams without it falling over.
Scoops or soft serve?
Soft serve.
Okay.
But I would do the swirl, and the kids would be like, more. It was great. And then I had to clean up the ice cream when it tips over.
Is it Dairy Queen that they have to
The little
put
curly
the little
cube.
curly?
Yeah.
There you
It's
go.
their little signature.
Of course it is.
But I am very good at doing the swirls.
That's funny. We're all going to Dairy Queen. I
Dairy
like that.
Queen dipped cone.
Oh, the best. Yes, sir.
I mean,
There's no one
no
here.
one's ever hated that.
Do you guys have Fosters?
Yeah, we have one in my
Foster's
neighborhood. Or we
Freeze.
used to. It might be gone.
It might be gone.
What about Brewster's?
Huh?
Brewster's?
There's one of
Brewster's. I
those
have
in my
one. I
neighborhood.
like
Yeah.
Brewster's. Yeah.
There
Brewster's
was a
cool.
Foster's inside of a El Pollo Loco in
Oh.
my neighborhood.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the way I had it
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
I
So-
don't, but it might not be there anymore.
That was our baseball team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we go play and then go to Foster's and kick it all day. Oh yeah.
Fact Gaps brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You got a lot of choices in your legal team, but with Joe, family always comes first. Give him a shout. 213-747-2000. That's the law office of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. Let's talk about the Lakers last night. LeBron was fantastic. The
there's
Lakers
only
ate the
one.
pellet, and Bronny played. And
Assist!
that's about what you can say. That's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
How about a Coke float with soft serve?
You never have to miss a moment of LA's mega sports station. Get the all-new ESPN LA app.
Just search ESPN LA
It's Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at. You know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
You do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland weekdays at noon.
We got Sasha Vujacic here. Sasha,
Welcome,
how are you,
Sash.
man?
Great. One of my favorite Lakers of all time, right here.
Thank you.
You even knew the anniversary of Kobe's 81-point game, a game which you played in.
Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco show continues right now.
All right. I know that we are a little bit over a week away from the big game, but, you know, I'm going to throw out some Pachanga picks of the week a little early, okay? A little prop, a little early. So I have this one as Harrison Butker, 2.5 field goals is what the line is set at for him to make 2.5 field goals. I'm going to go over. I think this game is going to be a game of defenses. I think the Chiefs don't run up the score. I don't think they're getting into the end zone every single time they touch the ball. So I think there's going to be at least 3 field goals in this game, and it will count if they go to overtime, which they did last time they played. So Harrison Butker over 2.5 field goals for my Pachanga pick of the week.
That's another area where the Chiefs have an advantage. That Butker is a more reliable kicker than Jake Elliott.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. What are you giggling about?
I could not have gone to elementary school with him. He would
Butker?
have hated me. Oh my God, he would have hated me.
Harry
I'm sorry.
Butker?
Oh my
One
goodness.
of my friends on my soccer team's name was Olivia Butner.
Yeah.
Would not stop every day. I'd have a joke.
He's
ready.
a good kicker.
He's a great kicker.
He's a good
butt
kicker.
kicker.
Yeah, he's a good kicker, and that that's just another box that you check for KC.
No doubt.
They got an advantage.
I'm looking. What did they score? What did they score per year? Hold on. This year, offensively,
per game.
Philadelphia points per game in the NFC. They scored 27.
Okay,
27 points a game. I'm trying to think. Will threes be enough to beat Philadelphia? If they don't score in the 30s, definitely. But threes, if you drive down and it's fourth and whatever, I'd be comfortable kicking the field goal versus forcing the 7 because I'm not worried about them scoring right away.
And let's remember, too, most Super Bowls are relatively low scoring.
Yes.
Teams are going to be very tight.
But if I'm Philadelphia, I'm going for the touchdown because that's not enough to beat Mahomes.
I got
if that makes sense.
That does.
Yeah.
Look, you've heard me say this a million times. It all depends to me on the situation.
Yeah.
If I'm, let's say it's 4th and 2 and you're on the 10-yard line and you're Philadelphia, I'm kicking the ball. I'm taking 3 points. And
really?
If it's in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter. Look, if we're halfway through the third quarter and I'm down 5 points, maybe it's a different decision. But if it's, I'm going to keep collecting points until I have no other choice.
See, it's an interesting discussion. I would say take the points if you're Kansas City. If you're Philadelphia, you've got to take the touchdown because it doesn't matter. If we take 3, he's going to score 7.
But let's say it's the first
or
quarter.
I'm trusting my defense.
Let's say it's the first quarter and it's the Kansas City's up 7-0.
First drive?
No, second, it's 7-0.
Okay.
Well, let's say it's early second quarter. It's 7-0 KC, and you're 4th and 2 from your own 10. From
early
their 10.
Second quarter, they've got a 7-point lead.
I'm kicking it.
Okay, see, I might be more apt there because of time and score to go for the touchdown because if we're close and they stop us, at least he's backed up. I don't think 3 points matters. Anyway, real quick, that was the Pachanga pick of the week. Play your perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino. Visit pachanga.com for more information. But that is what they are discussing right now if you're Andy Reid. I bet Andy Reid is take the points whenever we get them because we can keep stacking. But if you're Nick Sirianni, we need touchdowns. We have to bury Kansas City because if we don't, if we give him any chance to beat us with any time, he's going to.
I get it, but I also think that that circumstance matters a great deal. I don't think you can come in there saying, look, if we're even in the neighborhood of a touchdown, we got to go for it. I think there's a lot of extenuating circumstances.
Big time. And this week of practice or this preparation time matters. Okay, let's put you in situational football and places in practice. This is fourth down. We need to make a play.
Yeah.
What do we feel comfortable with? Okay, we like this. Let's try it. You know what? He's been pretty good on this play here. I think we can get this anytime we need, and they haven't seen it.
How much stuff did Andy Reid, Nick Sirianni, Sean McVay, any of them, do they have that they've never shown? Like
A lot.
at this point in the season where I've got this bag of stuff that no one has ever seen.
Yes. Okay, this is good. This brings up Brady, Belichick, Spygate, the Rams, Super Bowls in New Orleans. That's what Spygate
Brady's
happened.
first.
Brady's first.
Yeah.
Okay, so all the Spygate stuff came out, and I'm like, okay, is it overblown? So I'm asking Kurt and I'm asking Marshall. Kurt has his explanation, and I believe him. But he's the quarterback. He sees things differently. So I asked Marshall. Marshall boiled it down to they knew where I was going before I did. Like, how did you know that? We had stuff that we hadn't run, we hadn't shown, we hadn't even thought about until this week, and they were all over it like they'd seen it before. Because they probably had.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
And my first inclination would be they saw it, right? That
Correct.
somebody gave him a tape and said, "Oh, when they line up like this is what they do."
He lines up or starts in a position that he never starts from and motions here, which means they got to make decisions and the right one. And they do every single time and then run to the spot.
Yeah, that's a tough argument to overcome.
Big time. So to answer your question, yes, they come up with new stuff you haven't seen. Yes.
Could it just be that Bill Belichick was that good of a coach?
Okay, so that's the other part of it. Yeah, Belichick's coaching acumen comes into play. He's just giving you the cheat code or hints to it.
Yeah.
You got to go out and play.
Yeah.
So give him credit for that. But some of that stuff, listening to them, it does make a difference or did make a difference. But to answer your question, they do come up with stuff that's based on how you played, who you saw, that you haven't seen, that's guaranteed to give you an edge based on your rules.
I mean, we kind of saw this when the Rams were driving to win the Super Bowl a few years ago, and they were on the goal line for like 4 or 5 plays in a row.
Yeah.
Right. And there was penalties. There was all sorts of stuff going on. But I always kind of envision, and this just may be me being stupid and not getting it, but they've got to play in their back pocket that in this situation, I'm running, no one's ever seen it, and I know it's going to work.
Yeah,
but they
you got to execute it.
Yeah, I guess it's just as easy as that. I got to execute it. Yeah.
Now, defenses on the other end, I mean, they're going to give you stuff you haven't seen, looks, personnel groups, blitzes. So it's stuff you have to analyze and talk about.
Well,
right.
I can tell you this.
In the heat of battle.
I'm not saying that Philadelphia doesn't have a chance to win the game. They do.
Yeah.
And they got Saquon, and Jalen Hurts is really good, and A.J. Brown's really good, and Devonta Smith is really good. They're good. They got a great offensive line. They got Jalen Carter. They're good.
Good
So they
players.
can win the game.
Yeah.
If it comes down to the end of the game and who needs to make one more good decision than the other guy to coaching,
Mahomes and Reid.
If you're saying, hey, we're going to have one more decision, you want Andy Reid to make it or you want Nick Sirianni to make it?
I want
I'm
Andy
taking
Reid to make it, no doubt. They're going to three-peat. They would have broken football.
Why don't we care more about that?
Because it's never happened before.
No. That's what I'm saying.
It's
You would
physically
think it would be
impossible.
a bigger deal. It's almost like a footnote to what we're seeing.
Because of Philly. I think Philly's on the other end. If Philly wins, Saquon Barkley's the MVP. And then you start talking about New York again and how he got there and all that. And Jalen Hurts, the redemption tour. Nick Sirianni says, aha, I'm not crazy. I'm a champion.
You could be both.
Yeah, they've got their whole drama too. But it's part of the show. Yeah.
I'm kind of trying to put myself in the frame of mind that if comes a week from Sunday night, the Chiefs have won the Super Bowl for the 3rd consecutive year. We are doing I can't believe we just saw a team win 3 in a row.
Yes.
But leading up to it, it doesn't feel like it's the beginning of the conversation.
I think Mahomes deaded it. They asked him, and I thought it was a great point by him. And I heard Bobby Wagner say it. I said, how did you guys defend when you won in Seattle? He said, each season is its own run.
Yeah.
So they've already put that behind them. They're not feeding into the three-peat. I guarantee you want to get shut down by Mahomes, by Andy
Ask
Reid,
the question.
ask about three-peat. They will lock you down. Yeah.
What's crazy about that, too, is not just the three-peat. I know they went 15-2, but for all intents and purposes, they were 15-1.
Yeah.
And they've got a chance to win the third, like 15-1 plus a three-peat. We're talking one of the greatest teams ever.
In any sport.
In anything. Right,
Yeah.
right. And yet that doesn't seem to be a topic.
Okay, because this is me. Baseball, random, hardest sport in the world, I get it. right? The randomness
The
of baseball.
randomness of the playoffs, yes,
It's
I agree.
impossible to predict baseball.
Agreed.
I think football is probably the most physically demanding sport there is.
I don't disagree.
It is impossible to go 3 in a row. You won't have enough guys.
But that's my point. Why are we talking about that more?
And he's doing it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You will. Just once it's done, if they do it, you'll be talking about it ad nauseum.
I wonder if they killed everybody every week. Like they were winning games 35-17 every week. They're just putting it on them. If we're not having it, but because they just win, they win by 4, they win by 5, they win by 3.
You know, maybe it's because if they do win 3 in a row, it's actually their fourth
overall
of their same run. So I mean,
golly,
it's just it's like LeBron and all these accolades, and it's another one for them.
JJ Redick laid another accolade on LeBron last night. We're going to talk Lakers. It's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. And speaking of Prize Picks, M just mentioned that Harrison Butker more or less than 2.5 field goals made. Jake Elliott more or less than 1.5 field goal made. This is Prize Picks. You just pick more or less. And the big game is almost here. So do not miss out on the last football game of the season with Prize Picks. It is still the best place to win cash while watching the big game. And they're hooking you up, right? This is what they got going, right? Where one of the starting quarterbacks is only going to need to throw for 1 yard. I think I like the chances of that hitting with the more. So they're giving you a freebie. You just need to pick more or less, and you do it enough times, you get it right enough, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. But you can't get any of it if you don't play. Put the Prize Picks app on your phone and use the code TRAV, T-R-A-V. When you do that, they're going to give you $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose. You win the $5, you get $50. You lose the $5, you get the $50. So put the Prize Picks app on your phone. Use that code TRAV, T-R-A-V. Prize Picks. Run your game.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision.
Hi, my
Experience
name is
paint and body
Victoria.
tech.
I'm from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at. You know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
I understand why we want to have a couple of weeks before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because a little hype and the other guys
Wait,
get healthy.
do you know
and
who
all
this
that.
is? You should
Yeah,
know who
it's Marky
this
Mark.
There
and the
you
Funky
go.
Bunch. Yeah. It took me a minute.
No,
feel it. Come on.
Tell me
Right?
where the Funky Bunch comes in.
Right there.
That's him.
I don't.
This does not count as a
Where the
band.
Feel it. That guy. Is that what he said?
No, that is a sample.
I also want to go back to one thing about the Chiefs in the last segment where he said that, they're not blowing out teams. I just did the quick math of their average margin of victory.
Can I guess?
And I took out the 38-0 game, their last game of the year.
Where they got killed.
Killed, but they weren't trying to win that game.
Just over 7.
Okay, what's your guess?
I'm gonna guess it's under a touchdown.
Okay, what's your guess, Jorge?
I don't know, 6.
Yeah, their average margin of victory was 6.6 points.
Yeah,
because
that's close.
Here at the end, at the last stretch of their season, the last couple games, it was they won by 6, 2, 3, 2, 2, 14, 8, and then 19 against Steelers.
Yeah, they played close games.
Just
a
hit
good
me
chunk
in the
of
heart, man. Death by 1,000 cuts with Mahomes.
11-0 in one-score games.
Hate you.
Crazy.
I would rough him. I would definitely rough Patrick Mahomes. I would take liberties, which is why it goes to him getting calls. Because I would go bonkers with a guy like that.
Notice I'm not telling you I think it's a bad strategy.
If I had a chance to take a shot on him, I would.
What's the phrase? To the echo of the whistle?
You dang right.
Yeah.
And the first 15 is on me. Go get him.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Wow. Anyway.
Make sure you get it, though.
Make sure he knows you there.
Yeah.
You're there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Jalen Carter, first 15's on me.
Jalen Carter's a big dude.
Go dump him on his head. Yeah.
All right. So Lakers win big last night. Washington is not a good team. They've only won 6 games all year. They're currently on a 16-game losing streak.
Yeah.
But
they're beyond. They're past giving up.
Yeah. They're trying to be bad.
Yeah.
I know the guys out on the court are trying to get the ball in the basket.
And after the trade deadline, they're going to get even younger.
Yeah. They're the worst team in the league. And 16 in a row has got to be rough to be around.
The Raptors blew them up by 24.
Yeah,
that tells you
they're
a lot.
not good. But, give the Lakers credit. They went out there and they did it. I want to play this for you from J.J. Redick because I think it's a good reminder. I think a lot of times, and I'm including myself in this, we take LeBron James for granted for a million different reasons. But take a listen to J.J. after last night's game. And LeBron had a very good game last night.
Yeah, he was awesome. I think he was aggressive. He talked. Just his willingness to trust his teammates and create for others and create for himself was awesome. And don't overlook the fact, by the way, that he's 40 years old in year 22 with every accolade under the sun, and he comes out on a Thursday night that's a non-nationally televised game against a team that's really struggling, and he is the tone setter. It's again, competitive stamina. It's impressive.
I love JJ, but respectfully, shut your pile.
Why? What don't you like about that?
Come on, dude. I love LeBron. I do. I have no hate for LeBron, but I'm tired of the effusive praise. I know. I've heard it before.
And you're cheering for Bronny?
I'm having fun with Bronny. But I get it. And the part about he came out here on a non-nationally televised game and he did his job.
More than that.
You're paid to play.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
But
televised,
I'm
non-televised.
flabbergasted. You're throwing cold water on that really surprises me.
Why?
Because he's exactly right.
He is right. I'm not saying he's wrong. And I love LeBron.
This is a perfect example of, look, they could have beat the Wizards. Well, I got it right. They got the Wizards. They could have beat the Wizards with you and me playing last night.
I don't know about that.
Right. The Wizards are
I don't know
dreadful.
About that. Them dudes are young, bro.
They're terrible.
Yeah.
And they went out there and LeBron James, that's a night where he really could kind of leave it in second gear, and we're going to figure out a way to get it done.
All the things I'm going to praise LeBron about, I'm not going to praise him for doing his job.
Oh, I am. Because I think it's way more than just doing his job. Doing his job would have been out there, I'm going to play, I'm going to give you this, but what he's talking about is I'm going to set a standard on a night where it'd be very easy not to set a standard, and I'm going to knock it out of the park.
That's my point. I mean, your job is to be that guy every night, especially without AD. You knew he had to be that guy, and he did. And you're playing the Wizards.
Last night he didn't. That's the whole point. They were playing the Wizards. He could have laid it up last night.
But in a guy he's got the scoring record, right? Mm-hmm. He's played 22 years. He's a champion. He's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
We're gonna heap more praise on him for doing exactly what the team needed him to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna recognize that what he did last night does not happen very often, if ever.
Well, tonight I'm going to praise my daughter for flushing the toilet.
No, come on.
Even though she knows what to do. I mean, come on, dude, really? And I'm happy the Lakers won. Don't get me wrong.
I could care less if they win or lose because they're going to be in seventh place by the time it's all done.
But I'm not going to say because LeBron played on a national televised game, this is the greatest thing ever.
It's not the greatest thing ever, but it's worthy of stopping and saying it was more than just doing his job. Would have been, I went out there, I got through it, on to the next one. He set an example for a team that has been inconsistent, and kind of all over the map. And if anybody has earned the right to have a night where it's like, guys, you do the heavy lifting tonight, not me. You guys can beat these suckers with
24 and 27 minutes. He sat. It was a double victory. You got the win, and LeBron got rest. It was great. Leave it at that.
Yeah.
But don't give me this stuff about it was a non-televised game.
I mean, look at other people at the league that aren't pulling their weight. There's Joel Embiid. There's Jimmy Butler. There's guys like that are not
management. I can't stand when guys sit out. Like if it's a nationally televised game or whatever, you're paid to play. Go play.
But it's uncommon. What you're saying, I agree with.
But you have no choice. There's no AD.
Sure, no, but they have.
That's
not how it works.
If AD is out, he's got to play.
There's no
he's
Paul
the next
George.
star.
Embiid sits down. There's no this guy. Jimmy Butler quits.
Embiid got hurt again. LeBron is healthy. AD is not. He's the other star.
But my point is, this is not common. It is uncommon. That's what I think Reddick's point is that what we saw last night in the modern NBA, I know what you're saying. It shouldn't be like this,
right?
But it is like this.
You have no choice. Like he had no choice to play Bronny back. You had no guards. When Bronny came in the first time, I put him in a bad spot. There was no other option for him. That's what I'm saying. You have no choice but to play LeBron on an off night. Because there's no AD.
To play him.
Huh?
You didn't have to play him last night. You're playing the Wizards.
You don't have Anthony Davis. Who else are you going to play?
They warm bodies, literally.
You need every victory.
No, not really.
Yeah, you do to keep pace. That's the thing because you're playing hard. The Knicks are coming.
DeMarco, we just see this so fundamentally different. The game. The victory, they're going to be in 7th to 10th
I'm not going to
place.
go all over. I'm not going to give LeBron a bunch of praise for beating the Wizards because he played on an off night.
I'm not giving him praise.
Come on.
It's exactly what I'm not saying.
I can't stand LeBron haters. That's the opposite of. That's too much.
I could care less if he won or lost the game. I'm impressed by a guy at this point that has checked every box 10 different times on a game that is essentially meaningless.
We treat him different than any other star because of his advanced age.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's not the point of this whole thing.
That's exactly the point that J.J. Redick is making, and that's the one that I'm agreeing
22,
with.
He's 40 years old, and he went out and played because our other star's out.
No, it had nothing to do with it. It had nothing to do with the other
If AD
star.
was healthy, you might sit LeBron, but you have no other choice.
This is about what he did last night in an environment that it didn't need to get done and setting an example for that team that night. Not about AD, not about the Wizards. It was about him playing in his 22nd season at 40 years old, and he played and played incredibly well and blew a bad team out.
Remember Michael Jackson towards the end when we were making up awards just to get him on the show?
Okay.
Now we're just making up stuff to give to him. Now you're the entertainer of the millennia.
Well,
right.
He kind of was.
I mean,
yes.
Right.
That was a good award.
Right.
That was a good award.
Right. Come on.
Yeah. You just want more LeBron James Jr. in your life.
Look, he played okay last night, and I thought the ovation he got
going to crack in half.
No, he did. He played okay. He had a nice assist. He looked better than he did the other time, the last time out. Still doesn't look like he belongs, but he looked better. He played better.
Can I be honest? I have no problem that they drafted him. I have no problem that they checked the box of playing with your son. I don't really care about that. I don't think that was deeply offensive.
The story was how they treated him and the fans cheering him.
Yeah, it felt very tongue in cheek. It felt very condescending.
No,
I thought
it was the opposite because all Colin Cowherd went after him. Stephen A. Smith saying this is an embarrassment. Make this stop. I thought that was unfair to Bronny. That's what I felt.
That's why I don't like it.
All he's trying to do is play.
I agree, but he has virtually no agency in this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's just caught up in this thing that he's involved in because he's LeBron's kid.
Yeah.
He's not there because he's earned his spot. He's there because his dad wanted it to happen.
Fair.
He's probably not good enough to play in this league yet.
Yes.
We'll see if he gets there. And when he comes on the court, in
his few minutes versus the Wizards,
but don't get caught up in that.
He made some plays.
He was fine,
and that was it.
But the MVP thing is like, come on, man, this is embarrassing.
Well,
this is embarrassing because it's derisive. He's clearly not the MVP.
Dude sells jerseys.
That's a separate conversation.
Dude sells jerseys.
So what?
Yeah.
But they were mocking him. That's the point. They were
I guess
mocking
the
his
MVP.
performance.
Yeah.
The MVP. That's mocking. That's
like when Taco
derogatory.
Fall will get MVP at the end of his game.
Yeah.
It's like we're not bringing Taco Fall to play in meaningful
Taco
moments.
Fall still here?
We like him because
He
he's tall.
made some plays. They were excited. LeBron was proud.
I'm sure LeBron was
proud. He made some plays last night.
I feel like he is just caught up in an absolute vortex. That
LeBron or Bronny?
The kid. That he has no agency in this at all.
I bet he doesn't see or hear a single thing we talk about. That kid is in a whole nother world.
I hope so.
Your dad is LeBron James. I'm in the NBA.
hope so.
Why would he care what we have to say?
Maybe he doesn't, and I hope
At all,
that's not.
yeah.
But you can't tell me he didn't hear MVP last night.
His first car was a Ferrari.
Fine.
He ain't hearing us.
He heard MVP chants last night, and he knows it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I bet it ain't gonna crack him though.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he went home and cried in his pillow.
Right.
I'm just saying that it's one of those. Geez, really? I gotta. All right.
I'm not
Let's get out of here.
knocking JJ. I love JJ. JJ's doing a fantastic job, but come on, dude, really?
Yeah, really.
He did his job.
Really?
And hey,
He went above and beyond by a factor that you never see.
LeBron showed up for work today.
Do you remember what looked like in his at the end?
Yeah, I've never seen a 40-year-old look like this.
That's what. That's.
I've never seen a 40-year-old dunk.
A 40-year-old commit to playing like this. Do you
Yeah.
remember what Dirk Nowitzki looked like at the end? Let's be honest. You remember what Kobe looked like at the end?
I got you, but
it was nothing like this.
In a season where you have to keep pace in the West and you lose your star, what choice do you have?
They had multiple choices last night, in my opinion.
So turn it over to Austin Reeves and say, go win.
Yeah.
But, bro, come on.
And what was the other? Shake Milton had a
You
good
just
game.
got
There's other
beat by the ghost of the Sixers.
That's what they do. Like that's why the game-to-game thing is so deeply uninteresting to me, is because they're going to get where they're going to get. They may take a bunch of weird turns to get there, but
you got to get these.
Remember Tim Duncan at the end?
Oh, well,
it wasn't that. And it wasn't him going out there and doing stuff like that. And I think that was Redick's point is, yes, Wizards stink. He even mentioned it. What is the line? They're a team that's really struggling.
Beyond.
Yes. They've won 6 games. And he went out there and demolished them.
Yes.
And in his 22nd year,
like
that's
you
crazy.
should do that.
No. Show me the other guy in his 22nd year that
do
does that.
Come on. He's the
Show me one other guy that can
I've
do that.
never seen a guy. He's from Mars. Like we said, he's top 5 player in the league. You should do that. You should show up in especially
now you've gone too far.
when you need every win.
Top 5?
LeBron?
Yeah.
He's in the All-Star game. I'm just saying. He's in the All-Star game. Okay, give me your top 5 then. Give me your top 5 in the NBA.
Shea, Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and Wembanyama.
Okay, where's LeBron?
Somewhere between 10 and 15.
All right, so he's top 15.
Yeah.
Either way, top 10, top 5, top whatever. He's your second star. You got to play.
Kyron Williams. We going to see him next year, and is he going to be richer? That's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Are you ready for a party? Oh, party! This Saturday at Cosm, Los Angeles. It's the Michelob Ultra official Lakers watch party. Join Beto Durant broadcasting live for Lakers pre-half and post, a Lakers photo op with the championship trophy, and experience watching Lakers Knicks tip off at 5:30 p.m. and feel like you're at MSG. That's Saturday at Cosm LA. Go to ESPNLA.com, click on the Michelob Ultra graphic, and register to reserve your spot with ESPN LA.
Hey, LA, let's talk trash. Food waste, that is. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, it's easy, it helps protect our planet. Ready to do your part? Visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Get your yard game ready with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Ego has nearly 200,000 5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard, power your tailgate, power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Yes. I don't know if you can read this in there. Can you see that? The bold at the very top. Yeah.
Don't break your laptop.
Just
the shipment order is on the way. Oh my God!
Oh, this is for your Instagram purchase.
It's my ice machine is on the way.
You really did that.
I just got that email.
How many ice machines do you own?
Like that aren't attached to a refrigerator?
Sure. Yeah.
Machines?
Okay.
Devices?
I would like for you to clarify how many things that create ice do you own? Whether that is molds,
half a dozen or more.
That's too much.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
A half a dozen or more ice machines?
And you get on Susan for the sombreros, and you have half a dozen
take
ice.
Up this much space.
Wait, I didn't know you had other ice machines. This is another ice machine
Well,
you
this
bought?
isn't. I don't think there's like machinery. It is an apparatus to make clear ice.
Something that makes ice. I didn't
do
know
have
this.
a separate
Wow.
ice machine that sits on the bar in our house.
Yeah,
that makes pellet ice like
How many
Chick-fil-A.
molds do you have?
Is that like the ice
6.
trays?
Yes, but like things to make because you can have different kinds of
I have
ice.
2 that make the big cubes.
Yeah.
I have 1 that makes spheres, and then I
Yeah.
have 1 that is embossed with like a word.
Okay.
And then another one that is embossed with a
What's
word.
the word?
I'll tell you if you want. It won't make any sense.
Okay.
The word is tuna.
What?
Like I said, I can give you a long explanation as to why it says that.
Do I want to know why
it's honestly, it's not embarrassing. It's not.
Okay.
It's boring.
Okay.
So I won't bore you. It's tuna.
Tuna.
The
okay.
word tuna, capital T.
You have two.
I have a tuna 6-pack.
Yeah.
And then my son Bobby has another mold that says his initials.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have 6.
Fair enough. How did he get his initials on an ice tray?
I bought it. Susan bought it for him. I bought it. Susan bought it for him.
You learned them right.
Okay,
huh?
so I guess you'd have R as his first initial for Robert.
It's RMR.
I was gonna say if his first name would go B, middle name A would be cool because then it'd be bar on the ice.
Oh no, it's RMR.
RMR. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have a machine that makes pellet ice on my desktop.
So this is your 6th.
If we're counting each individual mold, this will be 7.
I don't know what to say. Okay.
Yeah, but it's on its way.
Everything has a purpose.
It's not lose. I just got this.
I'm worried about your credit card, though.
That's it. Look, don't get your mouth off my wallet.
Just saying. you just bought a car somewhere.
It was just enough to make me think it's going to work.
Yeah.
But not enough to where if it doesn't, I'm going to feel like I got ripped
Okay,
off.
so what's on everybody's Instagram ads right now? Because my Instagram ads have been really pushing me right now on Away branded luggage. Do you know the brand Away?
I don't.
It's a very nice brand of luggage, and I'm really wanting this bag from them, but it's a little too expensive for me to do not on a sale.
I opened up. I bought something ice related, so I'm inundated with refrigeration and ice and anything cocktail related is just there's a ton of them in there. The other one I made a mistake on is I saw a watch that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I opened it and flipped through the website a little bit. So obviously the algorithm realized I spent time looking at this, and they're cheap watches. They're like $40, but they look really cool. And I was thinking, maybe I could buy something like that. I get an Instagram watch ad. Every third thing I flip through is another watch ad.
Wow.
What's in yours?
Yeah.
Road trips?
Okay.
Yeah, road trips and organizing. I don't know why.
Specific trips, like, because I get a lot of golf trip
RV
stuff.
rental stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Did you shop for an RV?
I'm actually thinking about RVing up.
Did you search it on your phone?
I think I
Oh,
did.
there you
Is
go.
that how it works?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what else is on there. Yeah.
You don't even have to search it. You just think about it. That thing can
And it's
read
right
your
there.
thoughts.
See, there it is.
Yeah,
right
once
there.
you click on a single ad, even if it's like, oh, that looks good, boom, it's going to be there forever. Like I get Old
Nice.
Navy and I get the away luggage.
Watches and ice. And I bought the ice.
Watches and ice. I like it. Okay. I didn't know there were so many different.
Wait.
What do you use the spheres for?
Cocktails. Old fashioned.
Then what's
Like
the
the
big
big
cubes
ones.
for?
Same. Just depending on which kind of glass I have.
You got 3 different ice cubes for cocktails.
Yes.
You don't think that's a bit much?
It might be, but I don't care.
Is that what we call pork barrel spending?
It might. Look, so here, okay, here I'm going to tell you.
Yeah.
I have one of my favorite glasses because I have a
Yeah.
lot of different glasses too. It's a old double old-fashioned glass.
Yeah.
Right. And the heavy glass, not crystal, but it's etched, and on the very bottom of the glass is the Dodger logo, the LA.
Okay, I see that.
And on the outside of the glass is like a topographical rendering of Dodger Stadium.
Okay.
Okay, kind of cool. I like
Sounds
that.
nice.
But it's narrow. The
Too narrow?
It's too narrow for the cube to fit in, but the sphere fits in
Fits
perfectly.
perfectly.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like the round peg
Now,
and
see,
the
that
round
makes
hole.
sense. It has a use.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So
see,
the-
what do ice cubes do?
They get things cold.
Does the square one get the drink colder than the round one?
No.
So you have 3 different things that do the
aesthetics.
same thing.
Yeah.
See, this is football 101. This is how we teach. This is not good.
Speak for yourself.
You can't have 5 cars. You can't drive them all at the same time.
Yeah, but these things cost $10 a piece. You know, like I'm not buying Range Rovers, buddy. I'm buying $10 ice molds. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
They all do the same thing.
I
Okay.
understand. I'm
I
not
got
saying
you.
I don't have a good explanation.
Right,
other
right.
than the big one is better than cubes because it melts slower and the water. The drink doesn't get watered down.
That makes sense. You sold me.
That is why the big is better than the multi.
You just sold me. See,
That's
there
why
you go.
pellet ice in a cocktail is a terrible choice.
See,
Right,
if
because
I'm
it melts so quickly
Right.
If
and then
I'm
it waters
eBay, I
down.
release funds to you. See, this is what you're buying this for.
Apparently,
okay.
you don't have to. I just have
Here
to
you go.
call the bank and ask for money, and they
Right.
give it to me.
Pellet
There you
ice
go. Here it is. Yeah, this is DeMarco Farr. Kidding. I have a couple $100,000. Yeah, what's up? I'm buying cars. Okay, here you
Okay.
go.
Well, this is the eBay thing all over again.
That's what I'm
Yes,
saying.
there you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Wow.
Kyron Williams going to get new cars?
I'm sure at some point he is. Boy, I mean, how do you feel about Kyron? How do you really feel about Kyron Williams?
I like him. I don't love him.
I think that's fair. He's a tough runner, right?
Yep.
1,300 yards. How many touchdowns? 14 touchdowns. 12 last
This year.
season.
Yeah.
Pretty good out of the backfield. He's great in pass protection.
I'm happy he's on the team.
The only thing we don't like about Kyron is
He fumbles.
He fumbles
A lot.
and he doesn't have a 6th gear.
He's not a home run
He's
hitter.
not a home
But
run
he's a
hitter.
great blocker too. We can't downplay that
No,
too. He
he's
a
protects Matthew
really good
really well.
player.
He is a fantastic. He's
Yeah.
fantastic in protection, and he picked up the entire offense.
Yeah.
There's not much not to like.
I agree.
So, in my eyes, he's earned a contract.
Okay.
What are you saying, K for?
I just
if
letting
you could have
finish.
multiple ice cubes,
Because look, if Kyron, if re-signing
Yeah.
him or extending him costs $10 like an ice cube tray, I'm all in. But the numbers are different. And here's
Yeah.
the thing: with a player like Kyron, who I like but I'm not in love with, I feel like a close version to him at less money doesn't kill me. Whereas if I have to pay, like we were talking about,
Yeah.
every dollar I give to you is one less I can give to him.
Yeah.
Right? So I would rather maybe save a little here. Maybe my production drops slightly, but it's close enough and I am way less expensive here so I can spend elsewhere.
fair. And you have to factor in Stafford's contract
Yep.
to this whole equation. But I think he's earned a raise. But it's not to say I wouldn't put some heat in that room or on this football team, in the draft or otherwise. If I can find some explosion, I could care less what position he plays. It could be tight end.
Yeah.
There's another question mark. What do you do at tight end? What do you do with Higbee? What do you do with Parkinson?
Yeah.
If I could add some more heat, some more explosion, some more speed to that offense, I will. The easiest place would be probably at running back. This is going to be a heavy running back draft.
They just drafted a quarterback or a running back.
A running back. Blake Corum is here.
Yeah.
The more, the better. Absolutely.
From what my eyes are showing me, that what Corum does and what Williams does, they look really similar to me. And I'm not saying like Williams is more experienced. He might be more polished when it comes to understanding the complexities of the offense. Cool. If you're telling me that he's a lot better, then I will reevaluate. But if you're telling me he's marginally better at that stuff,
well, this will be interesting. Like Blake Corum, he broke the arm. He's going to come back. But this is the year he competes because now he knows the offense. Now you don't have the mental edge or the football IQ edge.
Yeah.
Now it's just about who's better.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that competition to begin anyway. But I would say at least it has to begin with Kyron having a new deal.
I would think the hardest part of being is it Tony that's in charge of the salary cap?
Yes.
Of being him, of being Kevin Demoff, of being Sean McVay, Les Snead, all these guys that are involved in these decision-making processes, differentiating between the guys I'm in love with and the guys that I like. Because that's tough, man. Like, is he good? Yeah. Do I want to keep him? Yes. But can I keep him at that price, or can I keep this guy at a less price to give the guy that I do love a little bit? That has to be the most complicated Rubik's Cube that they spin.
Interesting. You know, Jorge said this, and it's so funny. It got me thinking about negotiations with agents and the team, right? You could be out front of the office kikiing with these guys, laughing, telling jokes, talking about stuff, reminiscing. As soon as you cross into that room and go and sit down and it's negotiation, they don't know you anymore.
Yeah.
All emotion goes out the door.
Yep. It has to.
It does. That's just the way it is.
You'd put yourself in horrible positions.
Because if he doesn't, he gets fired.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the team gets worse.
Yes.
You can maybe overpay a guy here or there, but if you keep making hey, this guy's been great for us. Hey, we love him. Hey, he's a good dude. Great.
Yeah.
But that's most people.
No doubt.
I can't do that for everybody, or we're going to be terrible.
If you go, this was the guy before this group. This is John Shaw, who ran the football team for Georgia.
Yeah.
Did I have to go see John? The question is he wearing a tie or not? If he's wearing a tie, he doesn't know you.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're hanging out, or are we doing business?
Are we kicking it, or are we doing business? Yeah, two different guys.
Hide his ties.
Right.
Hide his ties and go in there and ask for a raise. Hot and Cold's coming up next. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's DFAR. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, Southern California's premier resort casino experience. Why get yourself stuck in traffic when you can be at the best casino resort in Southern California in less than 1 hour? Pechanga gives all guests the amenities they expect of a world-class resort, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf, and let's not forget round-the-clock gaming excitement. Around the clock. Think about that. All night long. The immense casino floor, 1,100 hotel rooms and suites, spa, golf course, 20 bars and restaurants, 20 bars. Love that. And so much more. Make Pechanga Resort Casino one of the largest resort casinos in the country. So come see why readers of Newsweek and USA Today have voted Pechanga Resort Casino the best casino outside of Vegas. So if your idea of kicking it or entertainment is lounging poolside like me, or putting a great bet on blackjack, Pechanga Resort Casino is waiting for you right now. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number. Write this down. 888-PECHANGA. 888-PECHANGA to book a reservation or for more info. If you have Instagram, we just talked about Instagram, you can find them at Pechanga Casino for up-to-minute news and information. See you there.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
I don't like any refs. I don't like any refs. I think they're all
Just
terrible.
get rid of all refs.
Correct. I mean,
we don't need them there.
All we do is complain
Hi, my
about
name is
them.
Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping,
Seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh yeah, the key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, NextGen. NextGen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, NEXGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot, who's cold, thanks to NextGen. Boy, time for Who's Hot, Who's Cold. Take it away, Producer M.
All right. Who's on the hot seat is Dan Orlovsky.
Uh-oh.
Because he, I think, has risen to the #1 weirdo at ESPN because of this video that I saw yesterday. So it was before NFL Live, and he was seen eating a Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Peanut Butter Cup?
Yes, Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Did you see
and
this?
He was nibbling on it and then spitting some out. And they were like, what are you doing? He apparently was trying to eat around the milk chocolate because he doesn't like milk chocolate.
He just
like,
wants
bro,
the peanut butter?
just have some peanut butter, dude. Or, like, don't have the Reese's peanut butter cup. Like,
Isn't that the dumbest thing ever?
You're wasting one of God's great gifts to the world and spitting it up. Like,
good.
come on, Dan Orlovsky, what are we doing here?
If you want peanut butter, go get some peanut butter.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right.
And
Done.
ESPN's campus sells it. You can get peanut butter if you
Unbelievable.
wanted to. You can get an Uncrustable if you wanted to, sir. But you're spitting out God's gift.
He would not be invited to my house ever again.
That's
if we were
done
kids.
on purpose,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's one of the...
He's very weird about his food. Like, he doesn't
Oh.
eat a lot of food. He has a weirdly weird diet. He doesn't like to
Okay.
eat a lot of food.
Some people
so,
get...
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, I'll eat almost anything you put in front of me.
Yeah.
But some people get really weird about stuff like that. That is... Because, first of all, if you just want the peanut butter... There's not a ton of peanut butter in a peanut butter cup.
No,
there's a
right.
Yeah, like there are a million better ways to get peanut butter.
My daughter doesn't eat frosting.
Okay.
So she scrapes frosting out the top of cake.
Okay.
Or whatever. Fine, right?
Yeah, sure.
Oreos. Some kids don't eat the frosting, some do, or eat the cookies.
Yeah.
But eating peanut butter out of the middle of a Reese's peanut butter cup makes no sense.
It's a lot of work.
Yes.
Just get sweet peanut
It's
butter.
work.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, maybe that's it.
That's why he's the #1 weirdo in my book.
Yes,
Yeah.
running
Do you
out
have
of the back of the end zone again.
Do you have any weird food stuff?
Not like that.
Yeah, no.
No, I have one weird one, and you're going to look at me funny. Do you like Italian food?
I do.
Do you like pasta? You guys like pasta?
Yeah.
Okay. My favorite is homemade pasta.
Okay.
I would never do this at an Italian restaurant.
Yep.
But I like ketchup on spaghetti.
Okay. I mean, it's not what I'd pick, but that doesn't strike me as super
That's
weird.
the only weird thing.
Yeah,
I think if like a guy on a date was like, "Can I get a side of ketchup for the spaghetti while we're at a nice Italian restaurant?" I would think of it as a little weird.
But you just do that behind the privacy of your own home, right?
Yeah, at home.
You're fine.
I like ketchup on
Right.
spaghetti.
Well,
Once
that's
your front door closes, you do you.
Right. But that's my weird thing. Yeah.
What
yeah.
about like ketchup with a steak, like Mahomes likes?
No
Yeah.
ketchup on
A
steak.
bad steak, it's not the end of the world.
Ketchup on steak?
So if you go
A1,
to like,
right?
That's
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
by the way, A1 gets a bad rap. I'm saying if
Really?
you go
Who? Oh.
if you go to Fleming's and you drown a beautiful steak in A1, not great, but A1 makes a mid steak pretty good.
Yeah, it sure does.
Yeah, it
I'd
really
rather go there
does.
than ketchup.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
It's much
Yeah.
better. But
Okay.
let's just say you don't have your A1. You go to the grocery store, you find one of those $3 little cruddy little steaks.
Yeah.
Put that in the pan, little ketchup. You could do a lot
Okay.
worse.
Try
you
that.
could do a lot worse.
Next time you go to a high-end steakhouse, just have some fun. Order the steak. When it comes out, ask for A1. And just that pregnant pause
I
by the
know.
server. Are
I
you
know.
sure?
Yeah, I know.
I'm kidding.
I know.
Yeah.
A1's good.
It is good.
You know what makes it good?
What?
Have you ever looked at the ingredients and when I tell you
No,
this,
are you
going
gonna tell me?
No,
What?
no, it's not gross.
Oh,
it's just
what?
it's what makes it taste good, and then once you know it,
You're going to tell me like ground up roaches.
no, no,
Okay,
no.
well,
It's nothing
okay.
weird,
Yeah.
but it's packed with flavor, and it's anchovies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I did hear that. Okay.
That's what makes Caesar
Yes.
dressing so good too,
I don't
right?
mind
Yeah.
anchovies.
Packed
Yeah.
with anchovies.
Yes.
Like if I just said you want to eat a bunch of anchovies, probably not.
No.
But
I could eat some
anchovies.
sardines though.
Oh yeah.
I can eat some
Well, then you
sardines.
probably would like
hot
anchovies.
sauce. Yeah,
What's
there
next,
you go.
Em?
What's next is what's cold is theft. So
Always cold.
Pam Shriver, she
Oh, this
was
sucks.
someone who had to flee her because of the fires out of the Palisades, and so she ended up at a DoubleTree in Marina Del Rey. And so while she was there, she kept her various Grand Slam trophies in the car. Okay, because there wasn't enough room in the hotel room to keep all her stuff in there, and it was her son's car. So then eventually someone stole her son's car, and with that, all of the awards that she had in her car. And so everything was stolen from her, this car and the awards. Eventually, the hotel was able to get her awards back, and which is funny. The hotel people called her up and was like, hey, we have your awards. And she thought, awards points, like hotel awards points, but she eventually got her awards back. But who in their right mind would steal from people that were fleeing from the fire? I just don't understand this.
It's awful, but I'm not even a little surprised.
Nope.
It's like it's one of those things that you are the lowest of the low. Somebody who just had their entire life burned to the ground, and you steal from them. But I'm not surprised that there are people that do it. Does that
Broke,
make sense?
starving, and you steal a loaf of bread, I have sympathy. If you're like part of a theft ring, I have none. Under the jail. Didn't they catch those guys that broke into Burroughs' house?
Did they?
I think they did.
I'm not sure if they've. I knew that it was a ring of people, and it was multiple different sects stealing from other athletes that were not home at the time.
Yeah, that stuff. And how dare you? These people are going through the worst moment of their life, and you think to steal from them.
She won 21 Grand Slam titles.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I bet she was happy there. Somebody stole
21 grand. Yeah.
She was happy somebody stole
All
them.
those
These
plates.
things out of my living room.
We got your awards. Dang.
Yeah, must be nice to have too many awards.
Right.
But yeah, I'm glad she got them
Okay,
back.
So she has 21 Grand Slam titles, all of them in women's doubles.
Yeah.
She's a 21-time women's doubles Grand Slam winner.
Awesome.
20 of those titles were with Martina Navratilova.
Okay, so you had help. You had help.
I'm just saying that. And Martina, I don't know how many Grand Slam singles titles she has, but it's a lot.
This is fun. Do you know Martina?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Yeah.
Okay, that was before you.
But, the name rings a bell, and I think I can picture who it is. But I don't think I watched it, probably.
Would you say women's tennis was boring when she was around?
No, because she lost just enough.
Just enough.
Just
Okay.
enough.
But she
Not
was a
very-
machine.
She was she was the blanking Terminator,
Yes,
man.
she was a machine.
She was so, and part of it was because we being the American media, because she was from Eastern Europe, because she was from a country that
we
was a
played that
Soviet
up.
satellite.
It was Rocky IV.
Because when she first got here, she didn't speak English
Yeah.
and didn't speak it well. It was, this is Drago,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Not really.
Yes.
Turns out she's pretty awesome.
Who are we sending up against her then?
Chrissy Everett.
Tracy Everett.
Tracy Austin.
Yeah. Steffi Graf?
Yeah, sure.
Steffi Graf.
Now,
Okay.
Steffi was doing this when Martina was doing
that. Okay.
but-
Yeah. It was fun. Yeah. I missed those days.
By the way, we have up in here the NFL Network. They're replaying the last time that the Eagles and Chiefs played the Super Bowl. I forgot how bad that field was.
Everybody was slipping.
Yeah, we
that's
just
right.
replayed one of a play of a running back slipping in the middle of the field, and you're like, that can't happen again. That was an absolute
Was
catastrophe.
it the paint? Is that what they were complaining
It wasn't
about?
the paint. It was that they had put the
sod
the,
down.
the grass outside, brought it back, and it was a new type of grass.
Yeah.
It was in Arizona.
What happened to the sod father? Remember that? Remember who that was?
Well,
The
it was
sod
because
father?
of this that he wasn't
Yeah.
used anymore because he used.
Oh, it was this guy.
He messed this up.
Yeah,
and it wasn't used to
there was a guy when you were playing.
Yeah.
He was. His nickname was the Sod Father.
Oh,
And
really?
He would do the Super Bowl every year. He'd come in and lay down. George Tomba, something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's the one thing that people overlook is the condition of the field.
Yeah.
Changes a lot. Yeah.
Turf, not turf.
You always would rather play on grass or no?
I preferred turf.
Okay.
Because you don't have to work as hard for your cuts and you're faster. Grass slows me down.
Okay.
But it's better on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. The worst field, the vet.
Philly.
Bro, it was like you look down, the
There were
carpet is
seams.
separated.
Yeah.
The seams is separated, and you're staring at cement.
Did you ever play at MetLife
Like
with
literally
the turf?
cement. Yeah. Huh?
Did you ever play at MetLife with the turf there?
MetLife.
No,
New
you
York.
played in
New
the
York.
Meadowlands.
Meadowlands,
Yeah.
okay.
The worst turf, the scariest turf was actually in Pittsburgh. It was a preseason game. This is was it preseason? Preseason, or it was the Jerome Bettis revenge game. It was Carnell Lake, Quentin's dad.
Yeah.
There were nails
Bruins.
sticking out in the end zone. Yeah, and I told
Was
Carnell
this
Lake.
Three Rivers or was it
This is
Heinz
Three
Field?
Rivers.
Yeah.
I said, dude, there's nails here. Like right here in the end zone.
You
Yeah.
played in that era where you played in a bunch of like dual purpose, like San Francisco. You played in a dual purpose in Anaheim.
Yeah, I
and
hate it.
Cincinnati,
Yes.
Philadelphia, like Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
All those dual purpose things.
Jim Everett makes I still want to chase him around. Every time we got in the dirt, they'd start running the ball.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
Who's Hot, Who's Cold is powered by NextGen, the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-NEXGEN today for your $88 drain cleaning special. The Dump is coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland is next after Travis and DeMarco.
So I did a yoga retreat. It is clothing optional.
Oh, I don't
And-
need to do any naked yoga.
I opted to be close to nature.
Hi, my name is
Okay.
Victoria. I'm
When I
from
went to-
Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at. You know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Award-winning AI, you can have the right skilled professional in place quickly. We understand what it takes to build winning teams because at Robert Half, we know talent. Discover how we can help at roberthalf.com/talent.
Adam Schefter here with Vivid Seats. We've got some late-breaking news coming out of the stands. According to multiple sources, Vivid Seats fans are scoring rewards on every purchase and at a rapid pace. Obviously, these rewards are a game changer, and coupled with their MVP-worthy ticket selection, why get tickets anywhere else? Don't drop the ball this season. Shop with Vivid Seats and earn rewards on every ticket. And as the official ticketing partner of ESPN, Vivid Seats is offering you $20 off your first $200 ticket purchase with code Schefter. That's code Schefter.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
one vacancy in the NFL, and it looks like they're zeroing in on their guy. The Saints intend to bring Kellen Moore in for additional interviews after the Super Bowl. So
Kellen Moore,
feels
New
like
Orleans?
Kellen Moore is likely to get that New Orleans job.
Would you hire Kellen Moore or wait for Spags? I think Spags would take that job.
So either interview him and get Spags this cycle, or have a bridge guy.
You just got to wait till after the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, same for Kellen Moore. He's coordinating for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
that answers both. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure like what the Saints have.
Kellen Moore or Spags.
Are the Saints better on defense or offense? They're kind of mid at both.
What did I hear about Carr? Carr just bought a house out here.
Yeah. I would. That division sucks. It's a weird place.
Yes, it's weird. It's wide open. They don't really have a solidified quarterback.
What I would maybe try is Spagnuolo because of the winning, and just see if he was able to get some of that winning shine to bring to New Orleans. Kellen Moore may be great. He's new. He's never done it before.
He's an offensive guy.
First timer. There's a lot more guys that suck than there are guys like Sean McVay.
No doubt. No doubt. Chris Jones, best endorsement for a coach like Steve Spagnuolo. We'll keep winning if you guys don't hire him as a head coach. He was heaping praise on him for his schemes.
I get that.
So we'll keep winning as long as you guys don't hire him. Yeah.
Some good birthdays today. Kerry Washington turns 48 years old today. Sure.
Another guy I hate.
Who's she married to?
Nandi Asamoah.
Oh, that's right. You told me that.
Yes.
You told me that.
Yeah. Jay-Z and him are on my list.
I met Kerry Washington once, very briefly, but she made an impression.
Yeah.
She's got a great chemistry with the guy who played the president on that show she was on.
Yes.
Some questionable amount of
Goldwyn.
chemistry.
Yes.
What show was she on?
What's the name of that show?
I know.
Scandal.
It's Scandal, yeah.
Okay.
The Shonda Rhimes show.
I'll give a wide berth.
Yeah.
If I see Namdi, it's on.
Happy birthday to Jackie Robinson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
I grew up on that side of town, and I grew up in Arcadia, which is obviously right next to Pasadena. You can't get far in Pasadena without running into something that's got Jackie Robinson's name on it.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah,
yes.
It's really cool.
You know who I grew up with? Willie Stargell.
No kidding.
He was everywhere, just like Jackie down here.
Yeah.
He was everywhere. Like it was
Willie
Willie Stargell Park.
From California?
Willie Stargell Park is where I played
no
baseball
idea.
when I was a kid. I know, it's weird. Everywhere I went, it was Willie Stargell.
Willie Stargell, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame.
I think so.
I know he won the World Series in '79 as Pops with the We Are Family Pirates.
Yes.
You know what the first thing I think of every time when I think of him?
What?
He's the first player ever to hit the ball out of Dodger Stadium.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Big Willie.
Over the
yes.
roof.
Yes.
That's a pretty
Willie's
good deal.
in. I don't think Dave Parker is.
He just got in.
He just got in.
in.
Dave Parker just got in. Yes.
The Cobra.
Justice is served. Yes.
What a nickname, by the way.
I know, right?
Let's go. Hey, here comes the Cobra.
There it is.
You know what's up.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Second favorite name in baseball.
The Cobra?
The second favorite. The first one is awesome. Well, there's a couple.
The Cobra's good. The Big Unit's good.
Big Unit's good.
The Big Hurt's good.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
The Big Hurt. Yes.
They all mean the same thing.
All right.
We'll just leave it at that. Minnie Driver turns 55 years old today.
Is she still famous?
She's married to somebody famous, I believe. Like, yes. Put it this way. If I saw her, I would go, oh, that's Minnie Driver. I think that's the definition of being famous, right?
Yeah. That's not what I mean, though.
It wouldn't be one of those, I think I've seen her before. I would know her by name on site.
Do you know what I mean by that? Is she still famous?
Is she still in a lot of things?
Is she still getting a lot of movies? Minnie Driver.
I haven't seen her and stuff lately, but maybe I'm just like missing
Okay.
it.
Because for a minute, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just saw Good Will Hunting two nights ago, and she's the only woman in the whole movie.
Yes, okay.
You know, there's not another female person
No doubt.
in that entire movie.
I mean,
really.
she was in The Beekeeper last year, which
Beekeeper.
did pretty well.
Beekeeper.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
one with Jason Statham.
Jason Statham. Okay, yeah.
She was in that. But that's like in the.
That's an action
I
film.
hadn't seen anything else. She's in.
Minnie Driver.
Fan.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was today in 2012 that Key and Peele premiered. Great show.
Groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aaron.
In the vein of. Yeah, go ahead.
The skit with the football player names is the iconic one. But I'm going to take that one off the board. Do you have another favorite? Because there's one that every time I see it, it makes me laugh.
Which one?
when he's playing Obama and he's
That's
going,
the one.
The anger?
Yes. I was
And
thinking something with the president. Yes.
it's where he's going and shaking hands.
Yes.
And it's just
Yeah.
it's just
So
amazing.
Mine is the substitute teacher, which is the AA Ron
Yeah.
one. So then,
Okay.
and then they have the football introductions of the names that they do.
There's two names that I
yeah.
can't, like every time that skit comes up, I remember Jack Marius, Tech Terratrix.
Yeah.
And Le Carpatron Duke Marriott. They just every time.
Carpatron Duke Marriott. Oh my gosh.
You guys seen the dubstep one?
No.
You know when dubstep was a thing, music, it was just all kinds. So he's moving. He's like a movie. He's gonna help somebody move, and then all of a sudden the dubstep music hits, and he's like bleeding from his nose.
Oh, my God!
What the hell was that? And it was just, it's funny. Like,
Also, who would think that Jordan Peele would turn out to be one of the greatest directors of his age?
He's
because
great.
he's
Wow.
had 3 absolute fantastic movies. We'll have a 4th, I believe, coming out this year. Don't quote me on that one, but 3 of the best movies have come out in the last 25 years.
Never know.
were his.
Yeah,
Never
you
know.
You never. Sometimes people
Yeah.
just go, like, that guy's that guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the Martina.
There you
Yeah,
go.
in the group. Yeah, right there.
Do you know who the real NFL player was that was the inspiration for the football player skit?
No, who?
DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
DeBrickashaw Ferguson. I remember that name.
Yeah. So I was listening to, is it Keegan
That's not
Michael Key?
bad.
Is that his real
Yeah.
name? So he was
Yeah.
being interviewed, and he was talking about how, I guess Jordan Peele came and said, do you know that there's a guy on the Jets named DeBrickashaw? He's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. Because I guess
DeBrickashaw,
Jordan Peele is not a huge sports fan.
Oh, yeah.
But the other guy is.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, there's a bunch of guys that have unusual names. And so he went and did that. I guess Peele wrote that skit in like 10 minutes.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Peele also, I think, was a very big fan of puppetry. Like, I think he
Oh.
started his start of his creative pursuits was in puppetry, and then
no way.
then went on to do other
Brick
things.
is not a bad name to have as an offensive lineman.
No.
That's a pretty good
to
name.
get around
DeBrick.
a guy named Brick is
Perfect.
not easy.
DeBrickashaw.
How about basketball?
That's not a bad deal.
Right.
Yeah, bad basketball name, good football name, for sure. It was today in 1988 that The Wonder Years premiered on ABC.
Were you a fan? Did
I
you
was.
watch?
I was.
Like hardcore watch every day?
I watched it. Yeah,
Okay.
I know that show reason. You know why?
Yeah.
With the exception of the dad being super grumpy. Remember how the dad was
Yeah.
always grumpy in
Yeah,
that
yeah.
show? That is how I grew up.
Really? The Wonder
Yeah.
Years?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was like the neighborhood. You were out. You were kind of left to your own devices, but your parents were always around. They were
Yeah.
there. The mom was, when I come home from school, my mom was there. Like, other than the grumpy dad, that was my life.
Does this play for you? It's a retelling of Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah, for the 60s and
For
70s
the 60s.
instead
Okay.
of the 50s.
Yeah. Wasn't there a girl, a love interest?
Winnie Cooper.
Winnie Cooper, that's her.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Played by Danica McKellar, who...
Did she go on to do stuff?
She's been in some stuff, but you know what? This
What?
is not like a euphemism or anything. She's a math genius.
Is she really?
Yes.
I thought that was ma'am.
She's
She's
like
a
an
ro-
astrophysicist, or
rocket
something
science.
like that.
Yeah,
But
something like that. Yeah, ma'am. What's her name?
Mayim Bialik.
Her. Yes.
Danica McKellar, who the girl who played Winnie Cooper, the woman now.
Yeah.
She is a math genius.
You're
she went
kidding
to
me.
UCLA on like some crazy math
Who
scholarship.
knew?
Yeah.
I like those stories.
Yeah,
yes.
that's good. Doug Williams became the first black quarterback in the Super Bowl on this day in 1988.
Dougie, what day?
1988.
On this day?
January 31st, 1988.
Okay, now I know the exact day. I told you I got chased around in my
Tell the
girlfriend's
story.
house. Mr. Caillou, her father was a teacher at our high school, and I'm talking daishiki type dude.
Yeah.
So he was rooting for Doug Williams, obviously the first black quarterback.
Yeah.
I was rooting for Elway because Elway was more fun.
Elway was more fun.
Elway was more fun
Yeah.
to watch, right?
Yeah.
So I was rooting for Elway. He was rooting for Doug Williams. Elway scores. I said, yes. He says, get out.
The Doug Williams can never take it away from him. First black quarterback to win the Super Bowl, right? Timmy Smith. That's the Timmy Smith.
He tore
game.
it up. Yeah,
Timmy
man.
Smith had like 900 yards and 14 touchdowns
And
in
then
that game.
disappeared. Ran up the tunnel. We never saw him again.
Yeah, that was the
Crazy.
end of that. Hey, Mace.
Hey.
How you doing?
I'm all right. Although there are two guys that have been camped out in the stalls for about a half hour.
Oh.
In the stalls.
In the stalls.
Oh, no.
I'm like,
And you haven't had your opportunity?
no, and I'm like, well,
Sorry, man.
There should be like a little timer.
Like an egg timer.
Ding, you've had
Yeah.
enough time.
You go knock knock.
Yeah, I mean, finish
That's
that
etiquette.
article
Etiquette.
already.
Yeah.
Get off your social. It's like, come on.
Yeah, if they're whenever you hear like the phone in there, that's
Oh.
like, all right, come on, let's go.
Did you tap? Did you politely
you
tap?
can't tap.
If
No,
it's
you
over a
can't.
certain amount of time, you can, hey, you okay in there?
What's the move if it's an emergency?
Which, am I on the outside or inside?
You are waiting.
Tapping. Hey, you okay in there?
Hey.
Yeah. How
Even
long?
though it's your emergency, you're asking if they're okay.
Because I have to get in there. It's an emergency.
Yeah.
I'm just, how long?
I
Yeah.
fully expect to see like yellow police tape and a chalk outline at some
Right.
point in there, because somebody ain't moving.
When do you go? And we've all been here. If they're all taken,
I know exactly what
when
you're
do you
saying.
flop to the ladies' bathroom?
Immediately.
Immediately.
No, I don't.
Immediately. No, you got to be.
Yeah.
You got to be very. You got to knock. You got to put your head in there and say, "Is there anybody in here?" Excuse
Yes.
me. I'm having a crisis. I have to come in. Is every
Send
are
up the
we, are
flare.
we good? And
Yeah.
hopefully there's nobody
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah,
Right.
flare gun.
Flare gun.
Man
Flare
on
gun.
floor.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's nobody in there. But even if there is, I'm coming in, man.
Well, then I
Yeah.
can never remember the
Yeah.
Starbucks code downstairs at 1901 or 1981 or what is the code to get in downstairs when I got two guys camped out in the stalls?
Oh, man, I'm sorry, bro. Hang in there.
You all right?
That's
Yeah.
what
You gonna make it?
Super Crosstalk.
Super
Yes.
Crosstalk's coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help
My
reduce.
name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
In and out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
What did that say?
What that say?
What does that say?
What that say?
If we do our best thinking in the shower, why don't we work in the shower? Or do we do our best thinking in the bathroom? Then why don't we put our office in the bathroom?
Oh, that's a good question.
Guess who that's from?
I don't know.
Your buddy, our buddy, everybody's buddy, Michael
Morales.
Thompson. Michael Thompson.
Oh, yeah. So he's sitting in his hotel room in New York listening to the
It's
stream.
amazing. He is because I just complained during in the segment leading up, because there have been two guys in the stalls for at least a half hour. At least a half hour.
That's unacceptable bathroom etiquette, right?
Unacceptable,
Yeah.
right?
I think there should be like a little ding.
What do you do, John?
You've used all your allotted time.
I go find another bathroom.
Okay, what if there's no other
refuse
option?
to engage with the haters.
What if you don't remember the code to the Starbucks bathroom down? It's either 1901 or 1981 or something like that.
I don't go to the Starbucks bathroom. You know where I go?
Where?
Maybe the nicest public bathroom of all time is located in the Marriott.
I knew it.
Ritz.
No, it's very nice. It's
Next to Lily.
Travis says he knows
next to Lily.
Travis says he knows every public restroom between here and home. He knows exactly where to get off.
He
So
and
does
Cappy
Cappy.
can put together a
Cappy
map.
too? Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
Cappy
a
says he
complaint.
does too.
People
Yeah,
from
what's the
upstairs have access to us downstairs. How come we don't have access to the restroom?
Oh,
downstairs?
we should be able to go
We
up.
should-
Let's
we-
revoke.
Yeah, good
Mace,
point.
in situations like this, Alex, the security guard, is your friend.
Yes.
Well, what would he do? Walk in and knock on the door?
Secret bathroom.
No, he would authorize you to go up to a different
to the third floor to the fourth. Yeah, you're
Secret
right.
bathroom.
Absolutely.
There you go. I feel bad for you right now. Are you okay?
No, I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I could
Everything's irritating me and pissing me off.
Why?
Today.
For what?
Why? Since the moment I woke up, I'm just irritated and pissed off. So just deal with it.
What happened?
Oh, well, Mace, I'll make you feel better.
What?
It's 31 degrees in New York where I used to live, and I've got like 17 layers on, and I bet you have one.
Well, here's the thing.
nice
I have
sweater on.
multiple, but it's probably only 51 degrees here today,
not that
right?
much warmer,
It's 55, 50. I mean, granted, it's not as cold, but it's
I'd rather
cold
take
LA
51.
style.
Yeah.
I would take 51. And what we're going to do is we're going to warm up the studio today. We're going to make it a
I'm not there,
reasonable
so you can go.
temperature.
You can do Michael Thompson
It's
style.
gonna be
you can go up to
temperate.
like 75.
I want to see moss on the walls by the time I walk out of
John,
here.
how many times have you seen Mason in a cranky mood? Like when he wakes up
A
like
lot.
this? A lot?
Yeah,
A lot. But the shows are normally really good when he's that way.
Does anything set him off?
Oh, yeah, lots of
Everything.
stuff.
On a day like this, everything.
What's
will set me
setting you off? Like you just woke up grumpy?
Yeah, I woke
Just
up-
going to give it to somebody?
Yeah, I woke up grumpy. I'd tell you, I've managed to get my weight down 3 pounds this week, but it's through a sheer starving myself.
And that's
I'm
what it
not
is.
eating
So
very
your
much.
weight stomach flew away from your goal weight?
I'm hangry.
You're
is what
weight
it is.
cutting.
Yeah,
Yes.
weight cutting.
Yes.
Annoyed.
They make
Annoyed.
fighters do this when
Oh,
they
yeah?
cut weight and then they do interviews. That's why they pop off.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
grumpy and can't take
I'm ready
it.
to pop off.
There you go. Don't pop off.
Yeah.
It'll pop off in 15 minutes.
So what are you doing in New York, Ireland? You got a night off? What a perfect place to have a night off.
Yeah, one of my best friends from LA's in town visiting his son, so I'm going to dinner with them. Kate's is in town with some clients.
Kate's! Oh, nice.
I may hook up with him later, and then tomorrow morning I'm having breakfast with Ben Lyons.
Hey!
And then I'm going to the game.
Love
Now,
Benny.
wait a minute. I thought you were going to see a show somewhere in there.
I am the next time we come here.
Oh,
What do you
okay.
say? What
We're
show?
only playing the Knicks on this trip.
Yeah.
And then when we come back in March to play the Nets, I'm going to go see Glengarry Glen Ross, which has Kieran Culkin, Bob Odenkirk, and a couple of other
I think
people we know
is
and
Bill
like.
Burr in it?
Yes.
I want to say Bill
What is
Burr
Od-
is in it.
Which role does Odenkirk play? Do you know?
I don't.
Shelley
and I don't-
Levine,
Oh, my
probably,
God,
right?
gotta
He
be.
And
don't
I
play the
don't
Jack
know.
Lemmon role.
Mason and I were talking about this last week, DeMarco. I don't know if the Alec Baldwin role is even in the play.
You got to have it in there.
No, but
Well, they added it in the movie. The
it's so
play
much-
that
yeah.
David Mamet wrote did not contain that scene. They added it to spice up the movie.
And Mamet did write the scene for the movie.
It just
but
wasn't in the
when
book.
I checked for the cast, I didn't see that role
Isn't that the
anywhere.
most
so
iconic
it
scene
is.
in the movie?
It's one of the most iconic
I
monologues
actually
I think in history.
It's the answer to Bill Simmons, when he's on his podcast, has a heat check award. He
Yeah.
calls it the Dion Waiters Award for somebody that pops into a movie, has a 5-minute or less scene, and steals it. I would think that Alec Baldwin is the prime example of that in Glengarry Glen Ross.
Oh, yeah.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, I think about that's one of those scenes that it's fun to go back and watch. It is fun to go back and watch the Teddy KGB
I
poker
just
game.
watched it 2 nights ago.
Yeah,
Hanging
pay
around.
that man his money.
Hanging around.
I
Yeah.
will splash the pot
Oh, you
whenever
can't
I
believe
Whenever
what
the
fell.
blank.
Yeah,
I love it.
That's
Yes,
such
sir.
a great scene.
Okay, John, you were there. The Bronny MVP was that
MVP.
was that
Well,
tongue
here's
in
the
cheek?
thing
Was
that-
that meant to shame him?
No, not at all.
That's what I thought. Okay, go ahead.
I've said this before on our show to Marco. Bronny James is the second most popular player on our team behind LeBron. Whenever we go anywhere, whenever we get off a plane, whenever we walk into a hotel, whenever we're out at a group outing, he gets the same amount of catcalls and attention as Anthony Davis does.
Wow.
He's got this massive following of people. Mace, they're not Gen Z. What are they? Gen
Zoomers.
X?
They're Zoomers.
They're young people.
Yeah.
What anybody between the age
Whippersnappers.
of 18 and 25 loves Bronny. And that's why when he got the ball last night, you guys, every time he touched it, people were hanging around that game. The Lakers were up by 40 in the third quarter, and people hung around to the end just to see if Bronny got in the game.
I thought he played okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
during garbage, I don't want to see him in the first quarter like we did the other night, but
Yeah.
he's fine
When he
cleaning up a
When
game.
he plays okay, you have to give him his props, right? I thought he
Yeah.
played okay.
Well, statistically, he was 1 for 5, but he made all his free throws, and the and one gave him his career high in points, 5 points. The guy who kind of went crazy was Shake Milton.
Yeah.
He had a big
Jake Milton
night.
had 21 points.
Great nickname.
Yeah, Gen Z, by the way,
Do
is
you know about his nickname, DeMarco?
I assume because he's quick. Is there some other story?
No.
Okay.
No.
There's
All
a
right,
name.
So his dad, his last name obviously is Milton.
Yeah.
So his dad was nicknamed the Milkman. And when Shake was born, his real name is something normal. All right, I
Okay.
think his real name is Malik.
Okay.
But I asked him last night. We interviewed him after the game. I said, "Does anyone call you Malik?" And he said, "No, not my parents, not my grandparents, not my friends. My dad was Milkman, so I was Milkshake, and it just got cut to Shake." And it's been with me since I can remember, since I was 2 years old.
That's cool.
That's
I like
a great
that.
name.
I
Yeah,
don't
that is-
remember
Yeah,
the
it is
Milkman.
Malik, by the way.
Yeah.
It is Malik Benjamin Milton.
I don't remember the Milkman. I think I remember the name, or I thought it was from a movie. Is it?
I had a buddy in college, God rest his soul, he has since passed away, named Rick Milkey, and it was
Milkman.
Mielke.
Yeah.
And everybody called him Milkman. No, but nobody called him Rick. Nobody called him Milky. Everybody called him Milkman.
Weird one.
What? Milk? What?
Well, I was going to say, it's weird. You said somebody you went to high school with, college with?
College.
It's always like a gut check when somebody you went to school with passes away.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like,
this
ooh.
one was hard because this guy was like life of the party, really outgoing, huge personality. Died
Yeah.
probably 5 years ago. Didn't
Wow.
even make it to 60.
Yeah, it was for me. It was this guy named Vinny Klabaha, and Vinny got every girl he ever chased. And I was like, he was like our hero, and he went all of a sudden. We were like, what the hell? It's sort of like when you feel like time is kind of catching up on you a little bit. Like Michael turned 70 yesterday.
Right. Yeah.
Like that must be a gut check of a birth. Like I turned 60 in March.
Yeah.
It's a gut check of a birth. It's
Well,
like,
but-
60.
Realize
Like
what quarter
Michael
you're in.
says, 70 is the new 50.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
no.
Mike, Mace, that means 60 is the new 40.
There you go.
Excellent. So I'm rolling.
All right, what chance do you give the Lakers without Anthony Davis to beat the Knicks in MSG when they've won 5 in a row over good teams?
Who are you asking?
Both of you.
Both of us. I would say it's unlikely, but I think
30%.
Madison Square Garden tends to bring out the best in people and probably brings out the best in LeBron.
Last year, when we came in here, it was almost a year. It was February 3rd of last year. This year, we're going to play them on February 1st. We came in, and they were on a 9-game win streak, and we beat them, but we had AD.
Right.
So we'll see how we do tomorrow night.
How bad is AD?
It's
What's
a
the
good
word?
It's a good question. He's going to be reevaluated on Tuesday. I'm worried.
Are you?
Everybody I've talked to says this is not a one-week injury.
Oh, man.
Most people who have had it, some doctors I've asked about it, say it depends on the severity. A grade 1 might be. This is what Shaq had for years and years. Mace, this is the reason Alex McKechnie came to the Lakers.
Right.
Was to
the
fix,
band man, the rubber band
yes,
man.
was to fix Shaq's torn abdominal muscle. Have you ever torn one, DeMarco?
I've strained it. It sucks. I've never
Yeah.
torn one.
So his is right now listed as a strain. If it's a grade 1, that's normally 10 days. If it's a grade 2 or grade 3, we could be talking about weeks.
Now-
So we're waiting to see what we find out on Tuesday.
So Dan Woike, who we trust,
And we
tweeted.
like.
He
Yeah.
tweeted this out. One note: I'm hearing the belief is Anthony Davis' injury isn't serious enough to change the Lakers' approach to the trade deadline.
Thank you. That was my next question. Okay.
So originally, you know, if AD's gone for a couple of months, you're like, yeah, well, maybe we should keep our powder dry. We don't want to make any big. So it's not significant enough that they wouldn't say, yeah, let's go ahead and do something at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like it is the worst case scenario, at least.
Well, that's good. But I'm in the Mace. I've told you this. I'm in the minority, but I want him to make a trade regardless of AD's.
Me
condition.
too.
But
what?
most like Michael doesn't want him to make a trade. Trudell doesn't want him to make a trade. They think they can ride with the group they've got and make a deep playoff run. I'm not so sure.
No.
I would like.
What
I
would
like
you
to
trade
see some-
for?
Well, there's. I think the number one thing AD wants
A big.
is so
Yes.
he can move to the 4.
I don't know if that's my 80s basketball background, but that's what I want.
But I would take. I mean, another guard that would that could help them
Score.
defensively would be good.
Yeah.
Because our guards defensively, Max Christie's good, but Austin gets targeted.
Yeah.
And Austin's my favorite player on the team. I probably know him better than anybody. He tries really hard. but they target him. The other team runs plays, and they
switch
put,
hunting.
They put him in screens to get him isolated because they think they can beat him. I would love to have somebody that didn't get targeted. And then you could keep Austin on the court and just play him next to him, even play him with Max, too. But we'll see. I'm not – it's so hard to make a trade now, you guys, because of the stupid aprons and the luxury tax. And the NBA's made a mistake in this regard. Player movement is good. A lot of people want to see players change teams, and it can breathe new life into a franchise. They've made it very, very hard to make a trade, and I hope they fix it in the future.
Now, it feels like, De'Aaron Fox, Jimmy Butler, there are guys being shopped around out there. It seems like we may see some stuff happen before the trade deadline. I would imagine the Butler thing's got to be resolved.
Yeah, I think that has to happen.
Butler first, then everything moves.
Yeah, Brian Winor says we're going to play this on our show. Winor says he's been doing this 22 years. He says he's never seen anything like this Jimmy Butler thing. That he's never seen an elite star player give a middle finger to a guy like Pat Riley, and he's never seen a guy like Pat Riley basically not acquiesce in any way to Jimmy. Like anytime Jimmy pulls anything now, Pat just suspends him.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so it's kind of unprecedented that you'd see a player that good and his own team is looking for ways to suspend him.
How would you describe his game, Jimmy Butler? Yeah.
Just an absolute dog. Like, I in the year the Lakers won the title in 2020.
Yeah.
They whipped through the playoffs, and nobody even took them 6 games. Butler took them 6 games by himself. He basically, DeMarco, he's the type of guy that you want on your team and you hate when he's on the other team because he'll just do anything. He's great offensively. He's great defensively. He can shoot threes. He can go to the basket. He can guard all 5 positions. He is a dog. But
why wouldn't you want him here outside of personality?
Well, he's 35.
Yeah.
He might be 36 now. I'd have to look it up. But he makes $50 million. So if you had him here, if like we tried to make a move to get him, we would have to trade everybody. We'd have to trade
to
Austin,
make it work.
Dalton Connect, Rui, Dorian Finney-Smith.
Keep going. And that would leave me with LeBron, AD, and Jimmy Butler?
Yep, and a bunch of guys.
You wouldn't like that?
No.
No? Okay.
I don't want to trade Austin unless it's just for an absolute lock star player.
You know, we had him traded earlier this week, Ireland. You weren't.
For De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah, we had him moving in a De'Aaron Fox deal.
I've heard De'Aaron Fox doesn't want to come
No,
here.
he doesn't. He's targeting other teams. The Lakers are well down the list of teams he targets.
Kawhi didn't want to go to Toronto, and Toronto did it anyway, and they won a title. So stranger things have happened, but I'd be shocked if De'Aaron Fox ended up on the Lakers.
Yeah, I know. I mean, if you go to Vegas and you want to put money on where he's going to wind up, the Lakers are way down the list. Some of the list not even on. San Antonio's the favorite to land De'Aaron Fox.
Play with Wemby?
Yeah, play with Wemby. Why not?
Yeah.
You can do that for about a decade.
No doubt.
And have a lot of success.
The interesting thing about that is they have a guy who's probably going to win Rookie of the Year, a guy named Stephon Castle.
Yep.
And Sacramento would insist on Stephon Castle being in that deal, and I don't think the Spurs are going to trade him.
No.
He's really, really good.
Yeah.
And he's a rookie, and he's under a cost-controlled contract. And so let me ask you guys. De'Aaron Fox is a free agent in 2026.
Yep.
Okay? So you've got the rest of this year and next year, and then you can get him for nothing. And, I mean, if you're Sacramento, you're going to probably try and trade him. But if you're San Antonio and he wants to come to you, his wife's from there. He's not a partier. Neither him or his wife drink. They like to go home and play video games, and she'd love to go back to San Antonio.
Travis
why
wouldn't
not?
like him.
Why not get him for free?
Yeah, get him for free. Although you can short circuit that whole thing, and you're able to sign him if you get him in under your aprons and all that business.
But then you
right?
have to give up Castle.
Well, yeah, I think
up.
they just wouldn't give him up. I
don't think Sacramento does that deal.
Then I don't think they do the deal with San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it may be, and we've been anticipating this De'Aaron Fox thing. It may be that that's going to be an off-season thing.
Yep.
Could be.
There may be too many moving pieces, but look at DeMarco. DeMarco's like, he's got one foot out the door.
It's this death coffee we've been drinking.
Yeah.
I got the same feeling you got about the stalls.
These guys are drinking this high-test coffee. It's called, what is the coffee called?
Death Wish.
Death Wish coffee.
DeMarco, why are you drinking it? Is it supposed to be healthy for you?
It's part of the ayahuasca thing where it's just a shared experience. So we're all having
Wait a minute. No, but it's not ayahuasca. It's just jacked up caffeine.
We're just trying all this jacked up caffeine together.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not ayahuasca,
Yes.
though.
No,
it
not
is
ayahuasca.
the world's strongest coffee.
So Greg
is what
tried
it
it.
says.
Travis
You
tried
been drinking it, Greg?
Yeah, I've had some today, so I'm pretty much jacked up.
Slow down. Don't talk so fast there, Bergman.
I'm just I'm really excited right now. I just want to get into the show. It's really important to get into the show. And we're talking about we got the Lakers, we got Rams, we got Dodgers, we got LA.
The FedEx guy?
Say again?
Do you remember the FedEx guy, the commercials with the FedEx
guy?
I do. Who was the super fast talker guy?
I do. That's Greg.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
Greg
There you go.
today. That's
I
Greg
do
A
remember that
little
guy.
jacked up. What do you want me to say?
A little jacked up.
Slow
It'll make for a good show.
Yeah, why not? All
Awesome.
right, have a great weekend, DeMarco.
You guys too, man. Good to see you.
All right. Super Crosstalk is brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. That's what a hamburger is all about. Mason and Ireland coming at you next.